Hello, 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 hello. Day 2, baby. Day 2, day 2, day 2, day 2, day 2. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everybody. Whew. Hopefully we all had some time to digest yesterday. Rest our bellies after yesterday's volatility. Very interesting across the board. Did I buy anything yesterday? I did not. Didn't grab anything yesterday. There's a few items I'm looking at today. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Is Miz still crying? Miz's tears will never stop falling. I think we can all agree on that. After yesterday, Ms. Gift's tears are never going to stop falling. Yo, Blockbuster late fees. Welcome to the Greg Gang. Much appreciated, man. Truly. All helps out to support this stream. May you have my respect. And yeah, like I said, I'll react twice as hard now that you're part of the YouTube members, man. That's big reacts now. You tell any joke? Oh, Blockbuster, oh, man, you're killing it, man. That's every joke you tell from now on. If you want that pleasure, join the YouTube membership. That's the kind of perks you get. It's the kind of perks you get. I gotta make sure my heat's turned down. 1 second. Oh, I will frickin' melt in this 4x4 office if my heat isn't turned all the way down. Woof! Let's do it! Day 2, everybody. It starts Atari like always. We move into NES, and it honestly it plays out like a weekly. So if you're looking for Sony stuff, it will be later. If you're looking for Xbox, depending on how much there even is, with the signatures, of course, this still is, you know, we're starting off with 9.4 A++ Atari Mario Bros. It's still big shit here. We're pushing up to 7,200 after one more bid. So there's not, like, just in general, there's not going to be much GameCube, Wii, Xbox. If you're someone looking for that type of stuff, November 17th is the 6th generation and beyond auction. So today is still going to be mostly vintage stuff. Next, Space for $2. Support the tank top, man. Much appreciated, dude. Much appreciated. Hit the like button, get comfy, and let's chill. Mario Bros. 9.4 A++, 7,200 bucks for the later print. This is the 87 print, but very high grade on it. Yeah, we've seen a 9.4 A+ 89 box. This is the 87 box. Yeah. 3,800 back in January. We're already beating the comps, baby. 7,200 today to get the earlier 9.4 A++. Hard to compare them one-to-one. Obviously, like, different revision, different grade, but not bad. 7,200 bucks for Atari. Where the hell did the auction go? Pull this back. Where's the auction? There it is. He-Man, Master of the Universe one for 2,160. I need this tab to be over here. Mario Bros. Again for the 7,800. 9.6 A+. Highest graded copy they've ever offered to this one as well. Do you think Carl Jobs will visit the chat? He'd better. He'd better. Put it that way. Manipulation has left the chat. Yeah, speculation has left the market. That's what it seems like for a lot of it, hey? Falling ever closer to a... Jesus. Got protein here, but it's like spilling all down the sides. Getting closer and closer to a... Speculation in general will never fully leave the market. But, like, we're getting closer and closer to, like, 80-90% organic, where people who actually want to buy this shit are buying it, and, like, you know, 10 to 20% speculation.
Fair warning.
Whereas we used to be 80 to 90% speculation, with 10 to 20% of people who actually wanted to own this shit, so... It's interesting to see it, you know, flip-flop the other way now.
Fair warning.
But the Atari 7800 Mario Bros. 9.6a Plus pushing over 5,000 here. I was about to say closing at 5,000. We're still going. Even with the, even with a lot of the Atari stuff where we talk about case fresh and stuff, like 9.6, 9.8, unless you really, really have large amounts of case fresh copies, which, as far as I know, Mario Bros. 7800 does not have case fresh. Cases and cases, let's say. Might not even have a case. It's never been just, one of those games that was just flooding the market, as far as I saw, so. 5,500 bucks. Mario Bros. 9.6a Plus. Into NES with 1943 9.8a. Whew. Only one of two 1943s in 9.8. No live auctioneer either today. So, today we just gotta make do with old Greg. Old Greg.
Fair warning.
Oh, he honestly feels like even those of us buying for personal are still speculating. Oh, for sure, John. I think every single purchase has a degree of speculation built into it. Because obviously we want to buy at the lowest possible price. We want to buy at a price. Yeah, you know what I mean? Every single price is
fair warning.
Like every purchase anyone makes mostly has speculation built into it. It's just the degree of speculation, or if you even want to own it. Like the degree of actual want with the item. It's like Adam's like Pugsley's scavenger hunt. I don't want to own this, right? So if I'm bidding on it, it would almost be 100% speculation. So that's kind of what that's kind of how I see those types of purchases. Just glad NES Punk. Just glad Carl gets no credit for it, Nate Berry. We're giving the credit to Pat for that? Oh man. I need to get myself some secondhand credit in that case. I need some secondhand credit then. That's crazy.
Fair warning.
Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt here, 9.6a Plus. Keeps pushing.
Next lot.
No. Ends just 1,800 bucks again. So Battle 1943 and Pugsley's there, both ending at 1,800.
300, 400, 400, 500, 600, $700.
Adventures of Lolo 2, 9.6a Plus. I just do want to see if there's any kind of comps on these ones. A lot of these games aren't going to have direct comps, like Pugsley's. Yeah, Pugsley's doesn't, of course. A lot of these are just, even if it's not the most popular game on the system, we're going to be seeing some of the highest graded copies. Yeah, this is the highest graded copy they've offered of this as well. We're going to be seeing a lot of highest graded copies come up. This sold February of this year, $3,300, 9.6a. 9.8a today, $1,800. $1,500 higher grade. That one hurts. Lalo 2, the trend continues. Lalo 2, 9.6a Plus for 960. Athletic World, 9.4a. It's a big game. Athletic World's very big. One of the two Bandai releases. This and Stadium Events? But on the back of this, I did see, well, Blah pointed it out for me. Third-party gloss sticker seal, but the sticker seal is detached. So, like, the sticker lifted, but it's still sealed, you know what I mean? Or it's still unopened, but that has to affect the price. $6,600 still. Athletic World's no joke. The little brother to Stadium Events is how a lot of people see it. So, $6,600 still. Back to the Future, 9.6a for 810. Into Balloon Fight, 9.4 CIB. Extremely high Balloon Fight. It's not a hang tab copy, so there is a ceiling on this, but 9.4 box on a, like, this is still insane. But if it was a hang tab print, holy shit.
$800.
Yeah, Carl was great too. Yes. Also Carl.
Fair warning.
Half price bargains, yes, Botch, yes.
1,003, 1,000.
Yo, welcome in, Michael Tucci. Welcome in, Cult Classic.
1,000.
Yeah, it is the Instagram peeps in here. We're one big family, man. One big family. Balloon Fight, the 9.4 closes at $2,000. Yeah, it's just insanely impressive. Insanely impressive CIB. Bases loaded, early print, circle seal, 9.6a. This has to be near the top. 2 copies graded higher. Jeez, that's surprising. Of 11 total. Okay, that makes sense. pushing over $3,000 for bases loaded here.
Fair
Yo,
warning.
Mike, welcome. Marco, welcome. Hello from Germany. Hello from Saskatchewan.
$3,000.
Are you getting echo? It shouldn't be that bad, no? I have nothing that would be making my audio different than yesterday as far as I can tell. Yo, Danny.
Next lot. $750.
Bases loaded, closing at 33. I do want to see. That feels big on bases loaded. 9.4A plus went for 2,200 on September 1st. Yeah, no, bases loaded. Fucking good sale today. 2,280 for the 9.4A plus, 9.4A plus, or yeah, 2,280 for both of those. Today, the 9.6 crushes them both. Only an A seal as well, 3,360. Let's go! You know, and that's one thing I do want to,
$300.
You were dupe watching on, there we go, Trader God. I do want to break it, like, I'm gonna make a market analysis video, of course, following, you know, this auction today, probably release it on Monday or Tuesday. But I do want to talk about that, the higher end market, and, like, even the day 2 market, right? Like, if we're talking 10,000 and above, even 5,000 and above, the market is just so much different than the sub 5,000. Like, sub 5,000 is, I don't want to say stable, but there's a fuck ton less of volatility down here than there is. Battletoads is sitting cheap right now. 9.2A plus, only 6 copies are higher. Sitting cheap right now, I believe. But yesterday's comp, I would need to check again for the 9.4A plus plus. But like, the volatility down here is just, like, it's really not bad at this point. Like, floors are starting to develop at this level because, like, realistically, if this shit starts getting cheaper, the lower grade copies are going to start bumping into CIB prices. And as the gap between bad sealed and CIB closes and closes closer, like, do you know what I mean? It starts to become completely irrational. 9.2B plus, August 7th, 3120. 9.2A plus,
Fair warning.
November 5th, 2400. The last signature, from so signature to signature, right? That's 9.2A back in April, 66. Fuck. Like, like I was saying, it's less volatile down here, but still stuff sliding for sure. Make no mistake, the trend does continue, but
$3,000.
that was Battletoads PAL version, 9.8A plus plus going for 900. Bonk's Adventure, 9.0 CIB. That already seems high. Like, this seems high. Just seems like a big sale. 3360 for a CIB Bonks. Whew. 9.0 box, 8.5 manual, 9.6 cart.
Fair warning.
Feels big. Bram Stoker's Dracula, 9.6A plus.
$1,400.
Mario Kart SNES Player's Choice and the Zelda Majora's 9.6. Those are yours tonight, Gambit, I assume. Or are you going for those?
Warning.
Yeah, Battletoads not holding out well. It's crazy, it's crazy how much, like, if you go back to July and, like, 2021 sales of Battletoads, it was fucking big. But, yo, Mike, congrats on the 7,800 Mario Bros. Yeah, it seemed like that one had a bit of a bidding war going on for it, for sure. Closing at, like, what, says 7? It's 5, 55, I was thinking of that one, 7. 5,500, yeah, like, congrats, dude.
Fair warning.
Big sale for that.
1,400.
No Bonks live bids. That's what I mean. Power collectors, it seemed pretty damn high already, I'll be honest.
$1,500.
Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. Early print. Circle seal. 9.2A plus. Nice grade. 9.2A plus is comping 4,300, but that's going all the way back to October. So, like, that's October last year. The 4,000. So, I mean, if we're going to comp, a 50% fall is would be right in line with where we're at this point. And it looks like that's what it's going to do. Even a little bit over 50% there, ending at 1,920. But, man, 2021 is just a totally different beast. Victory Screech, yes. Castlevania 3, 9.2A plus, ending at $1,500 there. Here's Chubby Cherub, 9.2 CIB, which is incredible. Bandai, one of very few Bandai printed games. I don't even know how many there are in this style box, like 2 or 3 of them. I don't think it got a live bid either on the Chubby Cherub. 2,340 there. Very, just that's impressive. Impressive grade on the game.
$1,300.
Conquest of the Crystal Palace, 9.48+. Only a second time offering it, 4 copies total. I think the last time we saw it was like 9.8, wasn't it? I feel like we saw a beast of this game come up. 9.8 A+, 3,600, yeah, big one.
$1,000.
That's what I thought.
$1,700. $1,900. $2,200. $2,000.
100% right about the market being relatively stable at the lower end. Definitely make a video. Yeah, like, I don't want to, like, it's not that, you know, we just saw with Battletoads, right? And Castlevania. Even these lower end games are sliding. It's just, like, I guess maybe just the amount of volatility naturally can't be as high.
$2,000. $2,000. $3,000.
Blockbuster late fees.
$3,200.
Oh, you're killing me, man. Conquest of the Crystal Palace, 2640 for the 9.4 A+. Crash in the Boys Street Challenge, 9.8 A+ on this one. Jesus. Highest graded copy, of course. First time offering the game. Whew. 4 examples on the pop report. Yeah, like, it's not that the like, lower end market isn't volatile. It's just, like, I guess I'd have to compare some percentages. I guess it wouldn't be fair to just do dollars. You'd have to compare percent drops, but it feels like we're much more stable in the sub 5,000 range than the above 5,000 range. Maybe it's just a bias. Maybe it's just a bias. Crash and the Boys is pushing up to 5K here. Highest graded copy of only 4. And I doubt there's going to be more 9.8s to come out. Let's be honest on Crash and the Boys. Just a low-key NES game.
$4,800.
Slowly making its way up, almost pushing 6,000 here. Couple more bids. We've got another nice CIB coming up with the gloss Donkey Kong. That's going to be fun. They're already sitting at $2,400. Jesus. Gloss sticker Donkey Kong. That'll be fun. The world of CIB as well, right? Like, we saw CIB pop yesterday. CIB high grade is doing fucking well. All things considered. Like, in a down market, high grade CIB kind of popped off.
Fair warning.
Crash and the Boys pushing 7 right away. Jesus.
Next lot.
Ending just shy of 7K. 6,600. Big. Disney's DuckTales 2. High grade CIB here. I guess we'll see if this one does anything. 9.0 box. I guess it's already at $1,000. 11, almost 1,100 already.
1,100.
And we're still going. Make no mistake, we're still going.
Fair warning.
So yeah, high grade CIB is definitely in demand right now.
Next lot.
Funny to see, as Sealed keeps sliding.
$1,200.
Disney's DuckTales 2, 9.2 CIB. Little Mermaid, 9.8 A. Whew.
Fair warning.
Only one example is graded higher, 18 total. Nicest they've ever offered. Again, Capcom Disney. You saw DuckTales do super well the other day. Little Mermaid isn't held in the same regard, obviously, but
Next lot.
Capcom Disney is always going to do good.
$2,200.
Brought in 2,880 on the Little Mermaid. We'll see if there's some comps on that one. Here's the Donkey Kong Gloss. We'll see if it gets more bids. 7.0 box. Gloss sticker being first print on Donkey Kong.
$2,600.
It is getting bids. Can confirm the bids are coming in.
$3,000.
The bids are definitely coming in. Jeez. Jeez, they're coming quick now.
$3,800. Fair warning. Next lot.
Yeah, I don't... What kind of terminology do you want to go with then? Market correction? Down market? Like... I guess, yeah, it just depends where you're sitting. $4,300 for the Donkey Kong CIB. Which I'm pretty sure Donkey Kong CIB had some other big sales, to be completely honest.
Next lot.
3 code, that's December 21.
$200.
The Donkey Kong WATA 8.5A, Donkey Kong 3, 8.5A for 9,600. Geez, Double Dragon 3, 9.8A. One of 3 graded 9.8 on the pop report for Double Dragon 3, closing at 2,400. Stuff is moving so fast here. Dragon Warrior 9.6A plus 1 HP first screen.
1,300, 1,600.
Of course, since I love Dragon Warrior, I have to like just take a peek at it. But we're not going to get that to open right now. We don't need Conquest anymore. Donkey Kong 3 I wanted to see 9,600. View other grades. Hang tab. Is there a non-hang tab copy? 9.2A for 28,000. That's hang tab again. 9.6A plus, Rev A. Jesus, 26. This is an 8.5 today. 7.0A went for 13,000 in October 2021. Jesus, that's crazy. November 4th, 2022. There we go. 12,600. Is that the same copy that just sold? Yes. No. I'm crazy. I just saw the 2 stickers. Hawaii Collection, 9,600. The Dragon Warrior, $2,000 there, 9.6A plus 1 HP. The Duck Hunt, 9.0 CIB, closing at $2,400. This isn't even a sticker, is it? Easily the highest one they've offered. No Rev A, round SOQ. Is it even a hang tab? No, it's not. Jeez. That's a fucking high price for Duck Hunt there. 9.0 CIB, 2,400. Here's Final Fantasy, 9.4A.
Fair warning.
Was Crash and the Boys a good price? I don't know. That is pure market discovery, highest bidder wins type price on Crash and the Boys. There's just nothing to compare to. It's a Pop 4. That's the only 9.8. It's the first time Heritage has ever offered it. You know what I mean? The next time it comes up, it could sell for half of that. It just really is really hard to say on something like that if it's like a good price. It's definitely not like a small price, but... The 9.4A Final Fantasy ends at 7,200. Flintstones Rescue of Dino and Hoppy, 2,280 for the 9.2A there. The Flintstones Surprise at Dinosaur Peak was a CIB copy. Oh, we're moving so fucking fast. 7.5 CIB for 3,960 there. Jesus, $4,000, hey? For a CIB 7575 right down the board. Golf CIB matte sticker first print 9.0 box. Whew. That's big. A Crash and the Boys 85 sold for 6.6K at last clink. There you go. So with that comp from Craig, Crash and the Boys 9.8A plus for the same price, pretty freaking decent. Right? Like if that's what we're going to comp against, this is a pretty freaking decent price. I appreciate that you just have a comp on hand, Craig. Big Crash and the Boys fan right there. The Golf matte sticker first print with 9.0 box. Almost pushing up to $5,000 here. Few more bids. Looking for 4,500 on this now.
Fair warning.
Crash and the Boys. Okay, we're back to a stable point here. Closes at 43.20. Like, matte sticker. Oh man, matte sticker CIB is stealing the show at this auction. Gunsmoke 8.0A early print.
Fair warning. $650. $700.
Always going to be outliers depending on who already bought them and who is selling. You don't feel like prices are down from 2020 at all.
$800. $850.
Yeah, I would say the market is overall still up compared to pre-bubble, especially on the higher end of stuff.
$900.
Like pre-bubble, you know, if we go 2018, 2019, games like Contra, Battletoads, like even shit like that, for what they're selling for right now is like much higher than what you ever would have saw it happening pre-boost, you know what I mean?
1,200.
Maybe 2019 we're getting back to on some stuff, but like 2018 and beyond, or 2018 and prior, I doubt we'll ever see prices like that again. But
next lot. $650.
The Gunsmoke 8.0A goes for 1,320. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade 9.0A plus. Ubisoft release. By far the highest graded copy they've offered. Second highest on the pop report out of 4. So Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade has a Taito release. Taito. It came out first, and then there was a Ubisoft release that came out later. The Ubisoft release is very fucking hard to find.
Fair warning.
Still planning that Steels video? Like, not really, Mike. I still do like the idea, but like, I haven't moved on it. I still do like the idea. It might happen eventually, but I haven't moved on it.
$1,400.
Yeah, market is way up until Ocarina hits 600 again, like 2016. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's certain price points that are literally never coming back.
Fair warning.
So,
$1,600.
some stuff didn't, like, you know, some games didn't go up a crazy ass amount still, even in the bubble, so those are going to be comping closer to 2018 prices. But if we're talking about big games that were really surged during the bubble, it's just not much you can do there.
$1,200.
Indiana Jones and Last Crusade ends at $1,800. I don't know if they've ever... 7.5A plus was 720 back in May 2020. It's funny. Those are the days. Jackal, 9.6A plus. Konami, silver box, people love it. Only 2 copies graded higher. Quest 64 is one of your consignments today. Best of luck. Good shit, fantastic. Yeah, you still have some nice stuff coming up today. I don't remember all of them, but I remember a few. Still have some nice stuff coming up. Just want to see if we can check out the Dragon Warrior, but it looks like we're not going to have a 9.6A plus sale. Unless we have to go back further. 9.4A plus went for $1,500. This one closed at $2,000. 9.4A plus in April used to go for more than this. Yeah, so back in April, 9.4A plus first print is now, you know, 9.6A plus is selling for $200 less. That's comping all the way back to April.
Fair warning.
Not too bad, though. That could be worse. Could be worse. Jackal, 9.6A plus, ends at $2,160 on that one. Joe and Mac, 9.4A. Close this. The Jackal wasn't going to give me easy comps. We're back. If there's any comp you want to see, please, just make sure to ask. It's hard for me to comp every single game. Like, we're already 36 games into this auction. This is moving pretty fucking quick. So if there's something where you're like, oh man, I want to see the comps on X, just let me know. Joe and Mac, 9.4A goes for $1,920 there. Still not bad at all for Joe and Mac, to be completely honest. Jordan versus Bird, 1-on-1, 8.5A plus, still goes for $2,760. This seems like a good price still, but I'm sure this is going to be terrible if we check comps. This was 8.5A plus. 9.0A in April went for $25,000. So here, this is a great comp, right? So if we're talking about April this year, April 2022, $25,000. And we're talking about comps back in 2020, right? 8.5A plus was still 3 times less than what it just sold for today back in 2020. So, you know, we talk about going back to like comping with 2020. Man, oh man, there's still a long ways to go on a lot of stuff if we want to comp to 2020. Oh, there's the big man himself. There he is. You knew he'd come stop by. Welcome, Carl. Welcome in, dude. Give Carl a nice eggplant.
Fair warning. Next lot. $650.
Yeah, I was genuinely hoping you were going to call in with Miz. That would have been funny. That would have been funny if you would have called in with Miz and just went with the content and been like, bro, I tried to warn you, bro. Like, just like leaned it on even heavier to what Miz was saying. But
$550.
Karnov was a 9.4 NS, unopened, oval. $1,320 there. Kid Icarus, 8.5 CIB hang tab first production. Still bringing in $900. What's the box grade? 7.5 for CIB first print Kid Icarus. Oof. And I'm sure again that's comping like shit based on like high grade CIB Kid Icarus. Like going back to the pre-pump, if we go 2020, 2021, my buddy sold a CIB Icarus hang tab in kind of shitty shape for like $1,300. That was during the big run-up where people were like, oh, hang tab games. That was right around when the black box guide dropped. I don't remember when WATA first dropped the black box guide. But some CIBs, even in like kind of shitty shape, were going insane. So, $900 these days. Kung Fu was an 8.0 gloss sticker, $1,100. Yeah, I know you would have called in if you were available. Would have been funny. Legend of Kage, Legend of Cage, as I call it, 8.5B+. It's a no Rev A, it's an early print. There is a hang tab print of this game. 8.5B+, I'm sure there's still barely any copies on the pop report. It's graded higher than the only example of this variant. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured.
Fair warning. $600.
Old Christian Skogum, welcome. Great name. Losing 25 grand on a bad NES game, yeah. What a frickin' world, hey? What a frickin' world. You have a near min hang tab box of Kage? That's impressive.
Next lot.
That's honestly impressive. Think you got it for around $100? That makes sense. The 8.5B plus goes for $720. That, like, if you care about collecting NES, that's a deal. You know what I mean? If you're just like a pure NES collector, man, $720 to get yourself a factory sealed, no Rev A. Good price. 9.2 CIB, Rev A copy. This is a Rev A copy of Legend of Zelda with a 9.4 box, 9.4 manual, 9 cartridge. Super fucking high grade, even if it's a mid-production. And like I said, high grade CIB. we're almost pushing $4,000 for a CIB Zelda. This is like the type of Zelda where if you were to like, oh, you might have a Zelda in your collection worth thousands. People might genuinely have that revision. You know what I mean? You might not have this condition, but like, you might have that revision. Crazy. 9.2A here, last print, Legend of Zelda. Doing well? I believe this is doing pretty well. We'll comp this one, but I'm pretty sure this is doing well. Pushing almost $12,000 here.
Next lot. $320, $700.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the censorship, big box. I have no idea how to turn it off or why it censors anything. Sorry. Sorry, dude. 9.2A, last sold August 7th at the Signature for $15,600. So actually, I guess from August, like, we're down $4,000 in 3 months on the same grade.
$550.
By that account, it's not doing great. I do want to see the prices yesterday, though, on a couple of those. Lethal Weapon, 9.4A plus for $1,200 into Life Force here, but I do just want to see yesterday's sales again. 9.4A plus, $18,000. 9.2A, there we go, 9.2A plus, November 4th, yesterday. 9.2A plus yesterday went for $11,400. That's what I thought. 9.2A today sells for the exact same price. That is nutty. So... So when I talk about the market and shit, just like be sure that single data points in the market at open auction at any given time, like there's going to be inefficiencies everywhere. So, yeah, kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy like that. Life Force sold for $1,800. Little Samson 8.0 CIB $3,720. That's Flintstone sold for much more than Little Samson. Damn, Samson. Marble Madness 9.8A Plattsburgh Collection, the highest graded example of any variant, and it is the early variant. What are my thoughts on the big Mario yesterday? How do you think that went? Fucking ballistic, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's just an issue of big money watching only Marios right now, because that Mario popped for $720, and also the highest grade Mario Arcade 9.6A on that one as well. I think sold for like $270K as well. Like both Marios fucking popped yesterday. So weird. Weird. Not sure if the millionaire buyers are just, you know, honed in on getting high-grade Mario right now, but it truly is a world of wealth and buying that It's just all I can do is armchair quarterback that and be like, oh man, I don't know, but like a lot of money. It's a lot of money to put forth in an otherwise down market.
$500.
Items like that can buck trends.
$50.
Fucking crazy. Marble Madness 9.8A ends at $4,000. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for the madness of marbles. 9.6. Oh, where do we go here? I just want to see how high Marble Madness has sold. 9.2A plus sold for $26.40 back in August. So if we're going to comp on that, 9.8A for $4,000 is one hell of a deal based on that comp. 9.6A plus oval used to be $36.
Fair warning.
Hey, there we go. 9.6A plus, November 24th, 2019. So the 9.8A still sold for 2 times as much than the 9.6A plus back in 2019. It's fun looking now at the 2019-2020 comps.
1,700.
Maybe the super high-end buyers feel like they're buying the dip but end up in a bidding war. Well, that's what it almost feels like, right? Because, like, obviously people at that level are also looking to get in while the market isn't red hot. But, like, I don't know. It just feels like... It feels like when you bid it up to 720K, there is no dip. It feels like there is no dip. So, I don't know. The other argument is, well, shit, if you don't buy it now, you're probably never getting one. Regardless of the overall market.
Fair warning.
It gets really hard to analyze shit if you actually get into the world of what could be one of ones. I had a great interview with Jeremy Buzash talking about art, and with original art pieces for video games, everything is a one of one. So it's like, if you sell anything, you quite literally may never get it back, even with money. And if you buy anything, well, if someone wants to take it away from you, money might not be what takes it. So it's really interesting in that way when we start talking about the literal tippy-top one-of-one type of items. It's just a whole different world. But the 9.6A Marble Madness Oval, 870 there. Mario is Missing is an 85 plus here. Very high grade for Mario is Missing.
$1,900.
I'm just curious how Mario is Missing sits. 9.2A plus went for $38.40. I would comp that against that, honestly. 85 plus versus 9.2A plus, that's very fair. That was back in April, though. So, you know, October 2021, the 9.8A plus went for $21,000. And then back in 2019, 9.6A plus was still half the price of an 85 plus today. It's crazy.
Next lot.
Mega Man 3, 9.4A goes for $33.60. I want to comp against yesterday really quick on this. 9.4A went for $39.60 back in August, actually. So down $600 only. Not too shabby on that one. Mega Man 5, 9.0A. Circle Marble Madness is kind of special. For sure, Supyo. Marble Madness is one that people love. People love Marble Madness. Game with a lot of notoriety. Mega Man 5, here's a 9.0A.
$3,200.
Yo, Ian Fotek. Welcome. You expect the market's going to dip even more into next year as well? I mean, the trend line does insinuate that. The macro economy does also insinuate that. You know, if you're buying for speculation right now, just know that things can still get worse before they get better. It just is what it is. You're waiting for games to come down a bit more. You want TMNT NES. Probably the only NES game you actually care about, as if he's a Turtles fan. Yeah, like, you know, that's the big thing there. Carl really shows it with those comments, waiting a little bit longer for games to come down a little bit more. And when that becomes the overarching mentality of every single buyer in this market, I'll just wait until next year. Prices will be better in 6 months, 3 months, 9 months. Everyone starts thinking, you know what I mean? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy of the market falling because everyone thinks the market's going to fall, so nobody buys. And it's hard to break that trend line. It's like bigger sales beget bigger sales. Truly, lower sales bring lower sales. So, it just, yeah, like literally, lower lows lead to lower lows psychology. It just does. You end up in, you end up in a psychology loop just as much as a macroeconomy loop, where people want to see some kind of spark, bump, whatever. But once you see that spark and bump and shit, well, then the floor is passed. So, I don't know. Just always keep buying and always keep selling. You guys know how it works. Don't overthink things. Mega Man 5 ends at 4320. The Metal Storm 9.4A plus for 2280 seems like a deal. Metroid 8.5A plus was an oval 2760. Man, I might be able to buy a Metroid someday. Mighty Final Fight. CIB. What in the fucking world? CIB Mighty Final Fight for $1,800? Really? Man. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. 8.0 CIB again with an 858575. Mike Tyson's White Bullet, selling for $4,000 still. Man, we'll do a price check here on the, We'll do a price check on the Metroid. 8.5A plus, last sold September, $4,800. This is an 8.5A plus, selling for, oh my fuck, literally down $2,000 since September. That's nutty. $2,800. Wow. That's a big drop. And that's even, this is a better print. This is a TM versus an R.
Fair warning.
I didn't expect to see that. Anyways, Pinball 9.6A plus.
$200.
You would have preferred the opportunity to sell some games for a gain in the next few years, but I could very well just strictly buy instead if the trend continues. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why it gets into a bad spot where, like, if you're purely coming into something like this, right, with your goal to make money, and I don't think a lot of you guys are, but obviously a lot of people entered with the pure goal of making money. Like, if you're going to do that, and that's whether it's stocks, you're going to start day trading crypto, you're going to do something, right? But in a boom market, you truly have to have a rule that, no matter what happens, like if volatility starts to happen, you will not fucking hold the bags. Because now in this market, we have a ton of bag holders, which is kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. Like, even myself on some purchases, right? Which is why I try to purchase stuff I actually want. But you end up being a bag holder if you enter for speculation and you never just fucking cut it off. I talked about it a long time ago that no purchase in a speculative market should be an all or nothing scenario. You should never be thinking, I'll just hold until it gets better, like, no matter what. Like... There has to be a cut point. There just has to be. If speculation was the pure goal...
Fair warning.
Obviously, it's hard with collectibles. Emotions get blended a lot easier than with stocks and crypto, but...
$850.
Got a lot to talk about in a video coming up here. Got a lot to talk about. It's gonna be a big dump of thoughts.
$950.
Sorry, I'm just laying it on to you guys here. Paperboy 9.4A plus oval still goes for frickin' $5,000. 9.4A 3100 back in the August signature. 9.4A plus 5100. Yeah, Paperboy strong sale. Good shit. Pinball was a 9.6A plus Rev A version, black box for 3,800. Powerblade 9.6A plus plus. Man, I think I beat him. I fucking beat him. This was my copy. 9.6A in August for 2,160. Jesus Christ. 9.6A plus plus sells for less than it. That's insane. That's insane. You know, and this was like, I think I was first to market copy on this one, or highest graded to market at the time. I don't know, but it's crazy, right? It's crazy. 9.6A plus plus undersells it now. Princess Tomato 9.0A, $1,000. Highest graded copy they've ever offered. Only 6 copies on the Pop Report. I was going to say $1,000 for Princess Tomato sounds fine. Extremely fine. Especially when CIB copies of Mighty Final Fight sell for $1,800. Oops, didn't mean to press Princess Tomato again. RBI Baseball 8.5A. Rev A version.
Fair warning. Next,
you're totally holding a few bags. We all are in Asuma. If you did any kind of purchasing through 2020, 2021, you're going to be holding some bags. It just depends if you're actually happy with them or if you feel like a fucking idiot with them. And if you feel like an idiot, you might want to just reevaluate what you're doing in this market. Like what you're doing with sealed games in general. Rad Racer is a 9.6A.
$2,800.
RBI Baseball 8.5A. This has some big sales, I believe, on RBI Baseball. 9.4A for $6,900 in September. So this is obviously a much different print here, 8.5, much different grade, 8.58 for 2160. But yeah, RBI Baseball sells strong. Rad Racer here, pushing up to 4,500, one more bid. There's a lot of assets down, so I look at it like my money could have gone down in stocks or it could have gone down in games. At least I get to flex with the games. And that's another thing I want to talk about, Medium Dog, is we're in a macro economy right now where if you are holding assets, it really doesn't fucking matter what you bought. Like, if you bought anything in 2020, 2021, you're probably in a state right now where you are losing 30 to 80% on it. And that's, you know, games, cards, stocks, crypto, NFT, like what do you want to own? You know what I mean? The only way you could have won is by purchasing pre-COVID bubble, selling into the everything bubble, and staying liquid. Just holding cash. Which, you know, a lot of people, you're just going to sell something, reinvest elsewhere. Most of those reinvestments, even if you were a winner at some point, it probably made you a loser now. So, it's really, really, really tough that way. Rad Racer ends at 4320. Rampage was 9.6A, goes for 2,400 there. Renegade 9.8A plus for 2,880. RoboCop 2 9.4A for 1,000. Into Shinobi Tengen version, the old only a Tengen release. Sorry, 9.8A plus coming from the Hawaii collection. Haven't offered this game in this high of a grade in over a year. Only one copy graded higher, so it looks like we'll have a direct comp in Shinobi from like July 2021, maybe.
Next lot. 550.
That's part of the hobby. It's a risk knowing that things might not sell and you're left holding the bag. 100%. Happy with 99% of your bags? Me too. You know, that's the thing. Me too. This is a PAL B version of Stadium Events. This is like the, this used to be the version everyone would purchase if they were doing a full CIB NES set. You do the full set with a PAL version of Stadium Events. That's the placeholder copy.
950.
I do want to see Renegade 9.8A plus. Sold for $3,000 in September, selling for just about the same price today. Not too shabby on that one. And again, yeah, if there's any comp you want to see, just let me know. You won the Shinobi, 1,320. So what is the comp on it then?
$1,200.
They're not even, it's not showing up for some reason. It's weird. I don't know what the comp is on it then.
Fair warning.
You're pretty disciplined, but she was impossible not to FOMO at least a little bit in the last 2 years. I know I sure did. I think I have 1 or 2 items worth less than now that what I paid at the time, but games just make me happy to own, so it's all good. 100%, right? 100%. Like, you know, and that's a good discipline thing too with knowing your limits. Only fucking around within your means. Like, I can understand a $1,000 loss. Like, that's why I play in this level of the market. I can't comprehend losing $5,000. I would feel like shit. So, like, you know, if you're going out gambling, you have to gamble within your means. You don't sit down at the $50 blackjack table if you're a $5 player. Same thing with, like, this market, right? Like, if you... you gotta know what you're gonna... You gotta handle losses you can handle. So... Talking about FOMO and coming in, but you're trying to get that Pikachu Game Boy console. Missed out yesterday. Need to complete your Game Boy Color collection. Yeah, Sai, the one today might sell for a good price. Like, that one yesterday was obviously beautiful, but this is a 6.0 matte sticker, sorry. The box is a 4.5. So keep that in mind. If you have yourself a matte sticker Mario Bros, in any condition at this point, you're sitting on a good amount of money. Kind of crazy. $3,600, 4.5 box, 6.0 overall there. Here goes Mario Bros. 2, 9.4 A+, baby. Yesterday we had the 9.6 A+. No, yes, 9.6 A+ first print, 9.A second print yesterday. I can't remember what the 9.6 A+ sold for though, but 9.4 A+ on this, still very nice.
$500.
Just a warning to folks, the Zanuck coming up has a ton of gunk on the front. It was sold for $2,160 in September, but it seems the buyer must have seen the gunk and decided to put it on the market again. Damn. Gunky Zanuck coming up.
$10,000.
Paid $2K, lost $1,100 on the RoboCop Power Collectors. On the RoboCop 2. Selling there for $1,000. If that's the one, it's like, geez. Shinobi in 2019 was like 150 bucks. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it fully. Mario Bros 2 9.4A here is shooting up to over 13,000 right now. Over 13,000 right now. Looking for, all right, I was about to say, almost pushing 15,000 on the next bid.
14,000.
Does anyone know the comp on the 9.6A Plus offhand? What it sold for yesterday? You were down 25,000 overall my investments last year. I mean, from the very highs, like if we just go stock portfolio comp, Mike, my stock portfolio in the like the max peak of the market, right? The max of the COVID bubble. I think I had 47,000. Today in my stock portfolio, I have like fucking 17,000. So like, you know, what am I supposed to do? Like Medium Dog said, at least I feel good about having video games. It's the same shit, different market, you know what I mean? There's barely any winning in this kind of environment, so like, you kind of just gotta roll with the punches. 48,000 for yesterday's Mario 2. There we go. That's obviously a 9.6 versus 9.4, so this one's selling for 20,400. We'll see if we have a direct 9.4 comp. 9.4A Plus, August 7th. Oh my god, 45.6. Holy fuck. Run! Run! No one tell Pat! No one tell Pat! Close that tab. Super Mario Bros. 3, 9.6A.
Next lot. $440.
$8,400 for the 9.6A there.
Fair warning.
Tecmo Baseball, 9.2A Plus. Holy shit!
Next lot.
This is like the lowest sale I think we're going to see on anything, like, ever. $516?
$1,400.
In the July bubble, it sold for $1,800. $500? My god. That's like a 2019, 2018 price right there. That's not too shabby. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, 9.2A. Hockey guy, I do own Facebook. I'm glad you asked. I do own Facebook. It's a lot of tech bullshit, gambling bullshit, a lot of volatile stuff, hockey guy. Like, admittedly, I bought volatile stuff. I'm eating what I, you know, laid out. So. But my point is, even if you were holding the NASDAQ ETF, or other ones, right, the Dow Jones, I think you're still down 30-40% from the highs. Like, even if you were just in indexes, you're still bleeding money right now.
Fair warning.
So.
$2,600.
You paid $5,250 for OOT CE, and now it's worth under 4K, so $1,500 is lost. Not really bad at all. You sold quite a lot during the time, but now I own. Yeah, my Zelda Collector's Edition, I paid, I think, 4,800 Canadian. I think I'd get like 2,000 Canadian for it now, maybe 2,500. So that's by far my biggest loss I have from the whole boom. But again, it's an amount I can stomach. It hurts, but you know what I mean? It's right, like, that was the most I'd ever spent on something, and funny enough, it's now also going to be my biggest loss. Funny how that shit works. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, 3120 there. Into Tengen Tetris, 8.0A.
$800.
You're aware that everyone is down, all you're doing is buying dips on the way down on games and stocks, no hurry to cash in your investments. Exactly. Like, you know, 5 years from now, it's hard to envision, as we sit here right now and everything fucking sucks, but 5 years from now, the conversation's going to be completely different. Maybe video games aren't going to be riding sky high again, but if you're doing actual stocks, ETFs, like real investment type shit, probably going to be fine. Video games obviously are more of a wild card, but, like, you just keep buying on the way down and hope. You know? Dollar cost average, baby. You just keep buying until you literally have no money left. The Tetris ends at 3120. Wolverine 9.4A Plus goes for 2520. Yoshi's Cookie kind of crushing here. 9.8A, the highest graded copy of the game they've ever offered. Also the highest graded on the Pop Report. There we go, Yoshi's Cookie.
Next
kind of a low-key, like never been that expensive. $2,880 for it.
$750.
Oh my, CCT, you're not allowed to love the beautiful girls. Do not fall for it, bro. Don't fall for it, bro. Stay strong. Or Craig, stay strong, Craig. Here's the Xanac that was being talked about by Seth there, and we have 2 more games until we enter into Super Nintendo. Legend of Zelda 9.2a, we had the 9.6 yesterday? 9.8 yesterday, I think. 8.0a plus, April sold for $38.40. Man, Tetris holding up pretty good, honestly. 8.0a plus, $38.40. 8.0a, $31.20. Tetris, baby.
Fair warning.
S&P is down like 28%. NASDAQ down. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you for the actual numbers, Chokeslam. I figured it was somewhere in the 30 to 40. You got crushed on most of your stocks too. Your only real winners are the dividends. I guess Warren Buffett's approach is right. Yeah, it felt good on the way up, Si. Felt real good on the way up, I'll tell you that. And that's the issue, you know? Like, even the shit I sold on the way up, I reinvested, so I'm still a loser. Sucks that way.
Next lot.
Time truly is the friend.
$200.
Starbucks was your best buy. You're somehow up 20% versus down 20 to 30 in other stocks. Let's go. Let's go, Starbucks. The frickin' PSL season is saving your ass, bro. Big PSL pump. Zelda 2, the 9.2a goes for 4K there. Into the Power Glove. Extremely cool. Like, just very, very, very cool NES collectible here. VGA 85 condition. It's pumping. The Power Glove is pumping. Like, this is actually going to outsell most games today, which is kind of wild.
Fair warning.
Very cool peripheral.
$7,000. $7,500.
You just checked your Roth IRA. You're down almost 25%. Nailed it. Yeah, well, there you go, right? There you go.
Fair warning. $8,000.
Yo, Jesus, welcome in. Yeah, Nintendo Power's coming up right away. Right. CCT, you also heard the Siren song. Of course.
$500.
This one hurts you to sell Zelda? The Zelda 2 here for 4,000, M-tastic? Is this the one you're talking about? Man, isn't that crazy? A freaking 9.2 CIB of this sold for $1,800. Literally half the price back in 2021 for a CIB. Fucking wild. The Power Glove is still going. The Power Glove is still going. We're over 10,000 now.
$10,000.
What do you call a laptop that sings Adele? That might be one of your best ever, Blockbuster. That might be one of the best ever.
Fair warning.
Oh yeah, the VGA cases are very sleek. Very nice design. The Power Glove closes at 11,000. My gosh. It's crazy.
Fair warning.
That is big money for a Power Glove. Nintendo Fun Club news.
Next lot.
7.5 there. Into a lower grade Nintendo Power 1. I remember someone yesterday was saying 6.0, 7.0 would sell very strong. Here's a 7.5. Sitting at $2,500 for a 7.5.
Next lot. $260.
$2,500, yeah, for a 7.5. That's nuts. That's nuts. 8.0 here on CGC2, and this is a great time to remind you guys that tonight's auction is sponsored by Heritage Auctions. Thank you to them for sponsoring tonight's stream. If you're interested in the 2023 schedule of showcase and signature auctions, there's a link to download it. I'm just going to post it in the chat here if you guys are curious to check it out. You can download a link right there. It takes you to a Google Drive. You can look at the whole spreadsheet coming up, or in the link of the description, all of the dates plus consignment deadlines are laid out for you guys. All of the good ones are coming back. We got the 6th generation showcase, the 8 to 64 bits, the Ages of Sega, and they're also bringing in an Ultimate Fighting Game showcase auction, a PC video game showcase auction, and a Japanese video game showcase auction. Of course, they're always accepting consignments for the weekly auctions as well that take place every single Tuesday. If you want to try to get yourself into a showcase, a signature, a weekly, use the link in the description of the video. Free appraisals. Using the referral link obviously helps me out as well. Helps this channel keep going. Any other questions regarding the consignment process? Videogames@ha.com. All the information you need is in the description of the video. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you to Heritage for sponsoring. Hit the like button. we got a long ways to go today.
$500.
We're about a third way into the auction here. NES is just closing, and I got that whole fucking plug done.
Fair warning.
And we're still on the Nintendo Power number 2.
$50.
That's talent. That's a plug, baby.
Fair warning.
That got creepy when you got close to the mic.
Next lot.
I gotta get intimate for you guys.
$60. $130. $150.
Your Zelda 2 M-tastic? Yeah, that's kind of nuts. It is kind of nuts. Take solace, M-tastic. Like, you know, we say it's low. For all we know, prices in 3 to 6 months might be even worse. You know, time might make you look back on these sales in a much different light. So, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens.
Fair $320.
The Nintendo Power number 2 closed at 6,000 there into Nintendo Power number 3, 9.2. Yeah, I honestly think you dodged a bullet, Big Box. I think you dodged a bullet backing out on the Power Glove 85. I don't think factory sealed new in box Power Gloves are $11,000 worthwhile in 85. That's my own take on it. That feels freaking expensive for an 85 Power Glove. So I think you dodged a bullet, but that's my take on that. That feels freaking expensive. Wonder how many times people got outbid above their budget and then did a spite bid. Oh, for sure. For sure, Carl. Fuck, I'm not above spite bidding, man. If I get outbid on something, I'm a bastard if I'm bidding. I'll be straight up honest. It's a bit harder to do with live bidding because you just never know. But on eBay, it's super easy to spite somebody. Especially if someone bid high early. Oh. Yeah, I'll make people pay. I'll make people pay. I'm petty. I'm petty like that for sure. Yeah, Greg is canceled. Bad guy Greg will show up to the auctions for sure. Collecting is cutthroat. You guys know that. This community is cutthroat.
$320.
Nintendo Power number 3 closed at 630 there. Doing it on the live bid is scary as fuck because you might just end up with the item. So I'm not bold enough to do it on live bid.
$460. $480.
There are really some amazing games coming up in the next few weeks and the perfect time to buy. Yeah, like, I know StarTide, it's funny, right? Like, prices keep going down and, like, at the same time, as much as it sucks that people are losing value or my stuff's losing value, I'm extremely excited to also be able to buy stuff. Yeah. I love that there's more opportunity to actually buy. So, just kind of depends what your outlook is. Yo, welcome in, Steer. What are the highlights so far? Like, nothing that really just went like crazy. Some ups, some downs, you know. The elevator business, it is what it is, but I wouldn't say any highlights so far.
Fair warning.
Unless I'm forgetting something that went kind of crazy, but...
Next lot. $110. $140.
Nintendo Power number 4, closing at 780 there. Nintendo Power number 6, also a 9.0.
$170. $220.
The most amount of spite bids would have been after the main Carl vid.
$320.
Yeah, long hair Greg was unhinged. No kidding. No kidding.
$420.
It was so crappy that there actually could be a warehouse find one day. Had it as a 12-year-old, so I just really wanted it, but you're probably better off. It's just, it's like I was saying, big box. At $11,000, you can buy almost anything. That's what scares me about that Power Glove price. $11,000 in this market buys you almost anything.
$600.
That's insane.
$650.
And you're going to tell me that the Power Glove is going to fight that? I don't know.
$750.
It just seems crazy to me. Just the relativity analysis of the Power Glove price.
Fair warning.
You set a limit of 6K? D-Rob's bidding up the turtles? You're probably right. You're probably right, Inazuma. D-Rob looking to take this one home.
$900.
I'll make you pay. Literally, Daniel. Literally. So many things you lost on CL have boomeranged back to Heritage for a second chance. Yup, Startide, yup. And that's the thing, right? As those people literally buying just for the sake of reselling, as those people, more and more of them just drop out of the market, prices slide. Is what it is. The 9.0 Nintendo Power 6 sells for $1,000. Nintendo Power number 20, Mega Man 3 cover, so great cover on it. 9.6 being an insane grade. Does it say the? It doesn't say the pop report on it though, but very high grade. 9.6, just that's very high for any magazine. 9.6 is very high.
$1,200. $1,003.
Yeah, exactly, JK. Still yelling and cursing his short hair, Greg. Why are these Nintendo Power selling so high? You can buy these ungraded for really cheap. JT, that is the thing. The opinion right now is that you cannot get 9.0 and above Nintendo Power that easily. So, whether or not that holds true, like look at this 9.6, right? It's pumping. Even Nintendo Power 1, JT. Nintendo Power 1 does peak out at 9.4 for grade. Obviously, Nintendo Power 1 is going to be a little bit more special, but like, it does show that maybe it's not. It's really hard to say. It's still really new to grading these things. I don't like the early bit of speculation on Nintendo Powers. It's not for me, but yeah, go for it. No? Yeah, it's not for me, but
warning. Next lot. $120. $340.
Has anyone read a Nintendo Power recently? You can download most of them online. It's such a propaganda rag. The indoctrination we had as kids is unreal. Jesus.
$420.
Oh yeah, you can buy like a top pop JK for $10K on Mario 3. The 9.6A today went under $10K. You can, yeah, like you can almost get yourself a a beautiful copy of Mario 3.
$80.
For $10K.
$600.
You wish 100K bought you Ghouls and Ghosts? Yeah, dude. Chokeslam, you bought the one item yesterday that actually popped off. You're the only big loser yesterday, man. Everyone else is saving money. You're paying record prices.
$850.
Kind of funny that way. It's kind of funny when you pick the one item that pops. You know what I, not the one item, but you know what I mean. Super Metroid cover, right? Yes. 9.4. No. Game Boy? Yes, Super Metroid. Why am I tripping the fuck out? That's Super Metroid. It has to be.
$1,100.
No, it's Metroid 2. Jesus Christ. Fine, it is Metroid 2. Still, doing very well. The Mega Man 3 sold for $2,640.
$1,700.
That's a legit Genesis Grail. People have paid up for a decade on that. I figured it was going to go high, thought maybe even higher. Yeah, no, it's fair, man. It's fair. I knew that Ghouls and Ghosts was going to go well, too. I had no idea what to expect on it. The Metroid cover is, we're pushing almost 3,000. We're over $3,000. 9.4 on this. 9.4 on this.
$2,800. $3,000.
You were gonna bid on this Metroid Nintendo Power? Yeah, no. That's what I mean, right? That's what I mean in Asuma. Like, it's like, fuck, it might be a good speculative play. Like, if 9.4 does truly hold up as, like, top of the pop type thing with this magazine, then maybe this price will end up being good. It terrifies me. Terrifies me personally to see someone spending $4,000, $2,000 on these magazines. Scares me. Your max bid was $480? Wow, man, you were almost 10% of the way there. Or what, you're like 15% of the way there. That's a great bid in Asuma. $4,080 for Nintendo Power 31, Metroid 2 cover. Here's Castlevania 4 cover, 9.2 on it.
$130. $150, $160, $108, $190.
Yeah, are you far left or far right? For your Super Mario Bros. 3, of course.
$220, $260.
Now everyone will grade them and prices will go down, down, down. That's what scares me, JK. That's what scares me. News of high-grade Nintendo Power selling will,
Fair warning.
News of the high-grade first copy selling will almost undoubtedly bring more to market. It will make more get sent in. We saw it happen. Like, we saw the literal thing happen with games, right? Through the bubble. The high grades bring out more copies. It's terrifying to be the first people to strike on stuff. Sometimes it works out. Don't get me wrong. There are going to be instances of people who do win, but like, man, is it scary. Castlevania 4 sells for $300 there. Mario Paint, Nintendo Power 39 in the 9.0.
Fair warning.
The first volume would be worth. After that, you kind of need the whole set. Well, shit, Carl. The first volume sold for $25,000 yesterday. One of 4 copies in 9.4. One of 6 copies in 9.4 if you count the variants. It's a pretty high price, dude. It's a pretty high price. I agree that Nintendo Power 1 will probably always be a nice piece to hold. It's just like, shit. Are we really going to get to a world in 5-10 years where Nintendo Power 1 is selling for like $50,000, $100,000? I don't know. That's crazy. Crazy to think about. It's always crazy to think about before it actually happens. Entering into Super Nintendo. We got Breath of the Fire. We got Breath of... I was going to call it Breath of the Wild. We got Breath of Fire again, 9.6A+. Yesterday, a 9.8A+ sold. And the 9.8A+, in my opinion, sold cheap, did it not? Take a little peeky peek again at where it ended. $2,400. This game is already, in my opinion, overpriced, or the other one is underpriced. These comps are too close, going 9.6 to 9.8. Based on most of what we see, right? Fuck, this price is gonna start rivaling it. We're about 3 or 4 bids away from the 9.8 price. We are about 2 or 3 bids away from the 9.8 price.
Fair warning.
Did I pick up anything from the action at all? I did not, Comp Mike. Just wasn't even trying to fight yesterday. Yesterday during the live auctions, a lot of those price points are just tough for me to compete with. Something would really have to slide through the cracks. Today is much more of a Greg kind of day. The 9.6A+ sells for $400 less. So there you go. You know what I mean? Like I said, with inefficiencies in the market, it's insane. Someone got the 9.8 for $500, $400 more. Here's Breath of Fire 2, 9.4A+. I think the 9.8 was underpriced as well, but kind of crazy. Breath of Fire 2, 9.4A+. Tied for the highest rated copy of Breath of Fire 2 on the August Pop Report, out of only 8. Kind of crazy.
Fair warning.
Absolutely no way Nintendo Power goes up that much. Some of y'all are underestimating how many copies are. I mean, that's my thought too, Yugi. It seems scary as hell to me, but we shall see how it goes, man. Are there any powers that are special? I've just certain covers as far as I know, Carl. I think Nintendo Power will just be dictated by what's being advertised on the cover of the magazine. But there is a copy, like there's Nintendo Power that has, what is it? The Meowth promo card in one? Which promo card? There's that one. There's the Pokemon Eon ticket is also an expensive magazine. The Eon ticket is expensive inside. It's for like Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby, I believe. So there are some copies that have expensive shit in them, but it's very few and far between. But mostly I think it'll just be dictated by the cover.
$2,200.
The Disney's Aladdin there was a 9.8A++ Majesco for $1,680. And here's Exertainment Mountain Bike Speed Racer. If you guys don't know, Super Nintendo Grail piece. This is the game that was sold to fitness centers with the exercise bike I don't think this ever had any retail release. I think it only went to, I think it did. It only went to actual, places that had the bikes, so like gyms and shit. That's where most of these have been found anyway, but.
$3,400.
Either way, old-time Super Nintendo Grail, you get Extratainment Mountain Bike and Speed Racer on a single cartridge.
Fair warning.
You still have Nintendo Powers, want to get them graded, but might keep them all for your own collection? Nintendo Power is a real cool thing of history in gaming, but I kind of feel like it's more nostalgia-driven than actually having major industry influence. It doesn't matter how many copies there are if there are no high-grade ones. Yep, that's true too. The Eon ticket, yeah. HA did take a bunch of game manuals, but I honestly don't even remember what. They just swiped your manuals.
Fair warning.
No other special Nintendo Powers other than issue 1 as far as you know. You could be wrong. Early Nintendo Powers are all probably good to get value-wise. Yeah, it's a thing though with like, it's insane that this sells for 2,000 or 4,000. I would love to see comps on this game going back to like 2016. 9.8 A++ May 2020 for 11,000. I feel like $4,000 for this isn't that increased from where it used to be. 8.5 A+ Final Fantasy 3. I'll have to make a video talking about Nintendo Powers. It's a good topic all for its own. I gotta write that down. It could be a whole frickin' week of market analysis talk.
Fair
Power vid. They take much less editing on my part anyway, so it's nice to make those. Final Fantasy 3, looking affordable as fuck for people. That's crazy. You can finally buy a copy of Final Fantasy 3. $8.5 that we just saw sell there. Oh, I guess 8.5 A+. $32.40 back in March 2020. Final Fantasy 3, it's only $600 above where it was. Only $600 above where it was in 2020. Final Fantasy 3 has come full circle. 8.5 A+. The higher grade copies, nah, not so much. Higher grade copies of Final Fantasy 3 are still outside of...
Fair warning.
They're outside of the reach of most people. 9.4 A+, 13,000. 9.4 A+, 36,000 back in October. But a lower grade copy, you can kind of get one. You can kind of get yourself one.
Fair warning.
Not cheap, but Final Fantasy 3 sealed has never been cheap. 2020 is coming! It's coming! Oh, sorry, Player's Guides. Your husband has corrected you. The Player's Guides are still good, too.
Fair warning.
You paid $3,000 for a full Nintendo Power set, every issue, along with posters still attached, but none super minty or anything. 2 years ago or so? Nice. You're going to go after the Majesco Aladdin, but somehow that price fell too high, even though it's less than... I don't know, the Majesco copies have never appealed to me too much in Asuma. Like, I would kind of just rather buy a 9.2 A+ Japan print. I don't know what the Japan print costs relative to the Majesco, but Majesco's just never resonated with me for the Super Nintendo games. And that's probably an old-time collector bias that I should get rid of, but just haven't.
$550, $800, $900.
The Illusion of Gaia was yours. Sorry, I'm tastic. I frickin' didn't even pay attention to this one. 1,140. I don't think Gaia has ever reached insane prices. 8.5A, yeah, 516. 9.2A back in January 2021 for 1,500. Yeah, Gaia never took off to a crazy level. Maybe we've just never seen a 9.8 A++, but Gaia has always been a little bit affordable. So, $1,100 there, that doesn't seem bad at all. Itchy and Scratchy, hard to find Super Nintendo, 8.5A. Highest graded out of just 3. There you go. Yeah, Itchy and Scratchy, just straight up rare. Even the thought of the year 2020 happening again gives you diarrhea. God. Yeah, diarrhea is a very tough word to spell.
Next lot.
233 graded Nintendo Power 1, and 18 of them are 9.0 or higher. Yeah. 9.0 won't be easy. For sure. Itchy and Scratchy closes at 1,800. Into Lagoon. 9.6 A+. Only 3 copies on the pop report. They've sold 2 before. Here's Lagoon. SNES collectors again coming
Next
out.
lot. $420. $900.
$1,440 for Lagoon.
1,000.
Complete in box. Again, on The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past here. Only a complete in box. 9.0 box, 9.4 manual, 9.6 cartridge. Very nice. 9.2 overall. We're about halfway now. About halfway done, JK.
Fair warning.
Cruising right along here. We've only been here for an hour and 20 minutes so far. Not so bad. This will be about the same length as a weekly, give or take. Thoughts on the Mario RPG and Yoshi's Island sales yesterday? Yoshi's Island was more surprising to me than Mario RPG, Mikey. I expected more on Yoshi's Island. I guess the 85 plus sale just had my mind kind of crazy. The Mario RPG as well was, you know, both of the games comped pretty low. Like, if you're a holder of either of those games, if you were speculating on either of those games, you kind of got crushed yesterday. 8.5A plus on the frickin' Lufia 2 here. I was gonna say, let's get a fucking bid in the house. I was about to bid. Only 3 copies of this variant on the WATA's Pop Report, only 5 overall. Only second time offering the game. Lufia 2, baby. Rise of the Sinistrals by Natsume. Kind of fun. You just won the CIB Link to the Past. 1,440 for that beast. There we go, Inazuma. There we go.
Fair warning.
Yeah, Medium Dog took down the Mario RPG. Right. Medium Dog won it. Yeah, like, great win, I think. I think it was great for the buyer. It's so hard to say where these really high-grade games that aren't going to have a lot come to market, period, are going to find their floor.
Fair warning.
So, I don't know. If you want to get yourself a very high-grade copy,
$1,000.
If you don't buy the copy that comes up today, it might be 3 years. You know, we will get to a point where we're going to go large gaps between seeing very high-grade copies. It's going to happen eventually. When it happens, I don't know. But it will happen. Lufia 2 here is pushing. Over $1,000. This makes more sense to me. Like I said, around the, we got a fair warning back at $500. Pfft, what? Crazy. People were sleeping. People were sleeping on the Lufia.
Next lot.
Speaking of Pat and Ian, yeah, well, greasing themselves up watching the Final Fantasy 3. Hit that like button, it helps out the channel. Yeah, Gaia has never gotten respect in the SNES RPGs.
Fair warning.
Illusion of Gaia just is not that upper echelon.
Next lot.
It's always been under. Same with Secret of Evermore. That game is like way under the other big ones. Evermore and Gaia have just never, they just aren't those upper echelon. Pilot Wings, 9.4A plus for 780. Lufia 2 closed at 1,320. I do want to comp on Lufia 2. It said they'd offered 1 copy before. They sold the 9.8A plus for 10,000 back in July. That's cool. July 2021. Pilot Wings feels low. 780 here. 9.4A. Yeah, 9.4A made in Japan. Is there a variant I need to know here? 4-line warranty.
Next lot.
Early production, recycle logo error, so this should be the good version. 2640, 2280. Yeah, Pilot Wings is comping pretty freaking low at below 1,000 there. Super Adventure Island, 9.8A plus for 2640. Super Mario Kart, 9.0A plus, made in Japan copy. We'll see where this one pushes to. Yesterday was a 9.4.
$7,000.
What are the big ones? Like Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger, both Final Fantasies. I think there's one more as well. But those are the ones I'm thinking of when I say, like, the big ones. And then you have, like, Secret of Evermore, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Illusion of Gaia, that are, like, that next tier down of RPGs.
$7,500.
That Mario Kart went low yesterday. That's top of the pop. Chokeslam, man. Is there anything? That's the tale of yesterday. That game went low yesterday. That's like, you know, that feels like the catchphrase for yesterday's auction. It's crazy. The 9.0A plus closes at 8,400. That seems solid. The 9.4A plus went for 18,000, top of the pop, like he said. It was comping against 26,000 though. That's the issue, right? Even the 9.0 today. I mean, this is going back to July 2021 already. The 9.0 is comping against an 8.0 from January 15, 2021. 9.2A back in 2020. What? Fuck, 2020's here, baby. 9.2 9.0A plus. Here it is, May 2020, $12,000. 9.0A plus, May 2020, $12,000. 9.0A plus, 2022, $8,400. We've come full circle, baby. We've come full circle.
Fair warning.
It's wild. It's wild finally seeing, 2020 comps.
$2,000 to $4,400.
If Pat talks about 2020 comps, then he watches this channel, confirmed.
$5,000.
There's no way he goes deep enough to know that we're comping against 2020. 9.08 plus on the Yoshi's Island 2 here. Yesterday was a 9.6 A++. Man, that one surprised me. The 9.6 A plus on Super Mario Kart 2640 ending, it's still expensive, but obviously still a huge gap between regular and player's choice. The Mario 2 9.0 A plus sells for $5,760, which it has to, because of what yesterday sold for. Pretty much. Yesterday was a freaking 9.6 A++ that sold for 4 times as much, which is fantastic. This 85 plus basically just has to be erased from our memories at 43,000. If we act like this never happened, this 43,000 sale, then everything makes sense. This sale just has to be erased from our memories.
Fair warning.
October 29, 2021, $6,000 got you an 8.5 A+.
Next lot.
Today, 9.0 A+ goes for $5,760. But if you just get rid of that 85 plus sale, Yoshi's Island makes sense. But these prices are still insane to be considered low by not that long ago standards. Yes. It just depends how far you zoom out the map now. You know what I mean? It just depends how far you zoom out now. If you zoom out to 2018, holy shit, prices are insane, right? If you zoom out to 2021, oh my god, it's a bloodbath. I don't know. It just depends when you entered the market, what you're holding, what your buy-in price is. Both of the Mario World 2s did do good if you erased the $43,000 comp. Super Star Wars 9.0A JVC print for $1,920. Seems solid, honestly. And here's Ultima, the Black Gate, 9.8A+. That's doing pretty freaking well. Only 2 copies on the August Pop Report, by far the highest. Like, Ultima there just popped for 4,000. Like, pretty fucking solid, honestly. Let's go Ultima.
Fair warning.
Here's Ultima the False Prophet. 9.4A+ on this one.
$500, $600, $750.
The Yoshi's Island 9.6A++ is nuts. I can't... Yeah, dude, I agree with you. I agree with you.
$1,100.
How's Yoshi's Island going for more than SMRPG? I think it just has to do with it being mainline Mario. Like, Mario RPG is fucking great, but it's just more niche. If you want the mainline Mario games, you have to own Mario 2. Like, that'll forever be mainline Mario. So, I think Mario 2 does technically have more going for it from, like, a collector, provenance, historical standpoint. But I would rather own Mario RPG by far. Wild Guns, 8.5A+. This one should be interesting. We'll see what happens. Just the second time offering it, and there's only 3 copies on the Pop Report. Very expensive game, even as a CIB.
$900.
Thoughts on Super Nintendo into 2023? I mean, I don't see the trend breaking right now. Like, steady to down would be my guess, you know what I mean? But it depends what you're looking to get, because like I was saying, certain items in certain grades might not come up again before the market turns. So, it's really hard to say where it is gonna go. Probably stable or down as we enter into 2023. The macro environment still doesn't really lend itself to a trend break, in my opinion. Yo, Mad Dog Collection, what's up, dude? Mad Dog, would you be down to do an interview? I meant to send you a DM. Talking about the market, how you see it as a high-end collector, because, like, really, we don't get a lot of the, what's the word? Not perception, but the, not outlook. We don't get a lot of the thoughts from the high-end collectors a lot of the time. And I think maybe you could share your views, opinions, how you act in this market, how you accept losses, how you try to navigate, shit like that. You know what I mean? Because you have a totally different viewpoint as someone who can spend $40,000, $50,000 on a video game than someone who can only spend $5,000 or even $500. Thought it could be interesting.
Fair warning.
Yeah, you'd be down for that? Good shit, man. Good shit. In that case, I will create a, entering into Game Boy here.
$180.
I'll create a template of the interview.
$360.
I'll create a template of the interview, like, 10 questions or whatever, and we can talk about it and go from there. I'll try to fire you that over sometime this week. Wild Guns 8.5A plus for $31.20. What is the other one they sold? $31.20 feels kind of low for Wild Guns, if I'm being honest.
Fair warning.
I guess the comp's not there. Have they never offered it before? I swore they had. Entering into Game Boy, Adventure Island 2, Aliens in Paradise 660, Alien vs. Predator 9.6A plus, the last of his clan.
Fair warning. Next lot.
You wish SNES SimCity was in for a comp?
$550.
Mario RPG was really common because it was right before the N64, overproduced. Yeah, there always were a decent amount of copies of RPG floating around. I do agree with that too.
$850. $900.
This is a very expensive market, buying too much? Yeah, seriously.
$950.
Yo, Elysium, welcome in, dude. Anything interesting, surprising so far? Not really. We're getting some decent comps on stuff from yesterday to today, but it's kind of just more of the same. A lot of stuff is, still comping lower or showing weakness versus strength, if I had to just, quickly summarize, but more of the same, more or less, Elysium. Here's Atomic Punk 9.4A plus. It is part of the Bomberman series. For anyone who doesn't know, it's also extremely rare on Game Boy, pushing up to $2,000 here. It's a pop one. There we go. I was gonna say.
Fair warning.
When Mad Dog is buying, maybe if Mad Dog is buying too much in Asuma, that's the buy signal we've been waiting for, right? We just have to if Mad Dog's buying, oh man, we got to be buying.
$2,400.
Power Glove, cool item. Not sure the pop on that one. Can't say much about the price, but you dig it. The price to me was very high on it, Mad Dog. I think that's kind of nuts for an 85. If it was a 90 plus, 95, I could see the argument for it, but 85 scares me for that kind of price.
Warning.
Only my take on it. I don't know the relative pop of it either.
Next lot.
Yeah, it kind of scares me.
$800. $1,600.
Atomic Punk 9.4A plus goes for $28.80. Whew. Bart Simpson's Escape from Camp Deadly 9.4A plus. Yeah, Mad Dog, man, that Resident Evil line, the 9.6A, the 9.6A long box. Everyone thought that was the deal of yesterday. I've not seen anyone say like that was, the deal of the day. Crazy. Did you pick it up, Mad Dog? If you did, man, congrats. But shoot. I feel like you always know when a game comes up that's rare. Do you pre-read this stuff ahead of time, or you've just tried completing every console that's ingrained to you? I know a lot about a lot of consoles as to which games are the outliers, Mike. So I don't pre-read, but it's
fair warning.
Yeah, it's ingrained in my brain. The items that are rare. Like Bionic Commando on Game Boy has 2 games, right? There's Bionic Commando's Elite Forces and Bionic Commando. This version, very fucking rare. The other one, not so much. So first time offering the Game Boy adaptation, highest graded out of 2. Yeah, so you learn stuff as you go. So I don't need to pre-read a lot of stuff, but sometimes I do have to read it. Elevator Action, another very rare one. I believe, or am I thinking of a different title on Game Boy? Oh, first and only copy on the Pop Report. Let's go! Yeah, see, so you slowly pick it up over the years.
$460.
Bomberman on the Game Boy, 9.2A plus. You got the Resident Evil 1, yeah, holy shit, Mad Dog. Yeah, Jesus, man. So, with that, Mad Dog, if you'll share with the rest of us, what price were you expecting to have to push it to? Because I had my own guess in the Discord that I'll say after you, if you want to share yours. But you know, we had talked about it pre-auction a bit. What price were you thinking you were gonna have to push it to? Yeah, Chokeslam. Some of this Game Boy shit is just like he'll just like never appear again for open auction. That's wild. Your depth isn't, yeah, like the Tony Romo of gaming. Ah, that's awesome. What a compliment. The Tony Romo of gaming. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, it's the beauty, Mike, of casting an extremely wide net. Like, the wider your net is, the more deals you can get at any given time. And then if you eBay bin hunt, like, I don't bin hunt for any specific console. I bin hunt by typing in the word sealed. You know what I mean? It's just like I casting an extremely wide net. $850. I do minus away some shit that I'm not really interested in, but you get my point.
Fair warning.
Very wide nets. Always.
$900. $950.
You'd already spent so much money by the time Resident Evil 1 came up. That is also something we were talking about. End of the auction item. Pre-auction, you were going to go up to $70K. But you were getting low on juice, wasn't going to pump much further than $50K. Interesting. There we go. There we go.
$1,100.
Yeah, so like 70K is more where Discord was in line. I thought over 100K myself. I really thought that was still going to push 100,000, but
$1,200.
Bomberman Game Boy here is it's still going. We're pushing. 2 copies on the Pop Report, second time it's been offered, 9.28 plus. Yeah, still pushing here. Resident Evil at 70 where it should be? Yeah, I think if Resident Evil went for 70K, we really wouldn't be saying it's an amazing deal or anything. Like, I think we would have been like, oh man, like that's still, you know, a bit light.
Fair warning.
But for what it sold for yesterday, it just seemed crazy. And like, Supyo, there you go, right? Yeah, I think it was you who told me, Supyo, that Resident Evil at the end of the auction, people run out of juice. And here's the buyer of it literally saying by the end of the auction, he was running out of juice. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. That auction position might dictate an extra $20,000, $30,000. The Bionic Commando went for $1,320. Bomberman Game Boy 9.28 plus goes for $1,680. Into Bubble Ghost 90 plus on this one.
$800.
See, like Bubble Ghost, I don't know anything about. This is one that I just do not know. First time offering it. I don't know anything about Bubble Ghost. Even on Game Boy, you get into such... Like, Game Boy has such a weird, random library that when you start getting into the nitty-gritty, I get lost. So, Game Boy is very hard. To know if you're... The thing with Game Boy is if you see a random-ass game, you might be looking at $30 or $300. And you just, like, you never know.
Fair warning.
More, even if that was at the start, you would have broke 100, you feel?
$260. $850.
It's crazy. You do that too? Yeah, search sealed or click by new. Yup, cast the wide-ass net on eBay. Bubble Ghost closes at $1,320. I guess people are looking for Bubble Ghost as well. And here's an actual known title. Donkey Kong Land 2, 9.28 plus. Only one copy of this variant that is higher. And it's an 8. Only one other copy on the Pop Report, period, and it's an 8.5. 9.2 is the highest.
Fair warning. $1,500.
Oh, got a swap here. Woof.
Fair warning.
Oh. In sports cards, comics, millions of people are flipping. Yeah, seriously. There's so many flippers in those markets that they can't fail. Funny seeing a rare DK land on Game Boy? I agree. I agree. Pop 2 on DK Land 2 is kind of just nutty. $1,680 for it. Honestly, that seems pretty freaking good. 8.5 A++, June 21st this year went for $960. I don't know. Cool game to own. Cool game to own. Here's Elevator Action. Like I said, rare game. It's a 9.8 A+, which is fucking insane. Yeah, given all the DK Land 3. Yeah. DK Land 3, man. What a game. Man, when Donkey Kong Land 3 began selling for thousands, man, that should have been the sell signal. That was the sign to get the fuck out of the market. It was so obvious. It was so obvious. Should have just sold everything the moment Donkey Kong Land 3 started popping off. What a world. What a world.
Next lot.
That was all the German collectors following that streamer. Oh, did Montana pop that one, Chokeslam? Is that what happened with that? That was so crazy, man. Elevator action goes for $900. Into the Flash. Kinda cool. Highest rated copy of just 6. And I guess it's getting some comic book appeal here. We're pushing up over... We're almost at $3,000 on the Flash.
Next lot.
Closes at $26.40. It said they'd offered it before. Let's see what they had. $26.40 for the 9.2A back in January this year. Same price, worse copy. So the price is down on the Flash, but like Jesus, that's people want the Flash. People want the Flash.
650.
Ken Griffey 9.6A plus. First time offering it on Game Boy. 8 copies of this game. Third highest. That's weird. There's 2 9/8s of Ken Griffey on Game Boy? Okay. Okay. Wonder if Danielle won that one. The Flash.
Fair warning.
You never know. You never know.
Next lot.
Ken Griffey closes at $840 there. Kirby's Dream Land 2 is a 9.4A plus. Just 7 copies of Dream Land 2. Only 1 copy graded higher. Really cool. Even as a complete in-box game, Kirby's Dream Land 2 is like, it's kind of sneaky expensive.
$1,600.
Kind of sneaky expensive on Kirby's Dream Land 2. Do I know the story of that yellow N64 controller? Why would someone even grade that? The Donkey Kong controller, of course. I don't want to talk about it too much because, you know, I think it's still sitting... Yeah, it's only sitting at $930, but these were Nintendo Power is where you got these, Mike. So if you ordered this in from Nintendo Power, you'd get the Donkey Kong 64 controller. And you can grade these so long as it's actually unused. So this one still has the factory twist tie on it and the bag. So that's why you can grade this with VGA. If it was a used controller, you could not. So you know if a controller is still factory or not. You can't reproduce a factory like it just doesn't happen again. So that's why that's graded. That's why it's special. Cool controller. Cool controller. Was it Nintendo Power or was it from like a Donkey Kong pamphlet? One of the two. Kirby's Dream Land 2 ends at $31.20. Kirby's Dream Land 2, 9.0A. Dream Land 2 for $31.20 doesn't feel bad. As in it feels like... Oh my god, no! Oh! Look at that! 9.6A plus, October 2021 for $37.20. Kirby's Dream Land 2, 9.4A plus for $31.20. Holding strong. Kirby's Dream Land 2. There we go. There we go. Not too shabby. And the 9.0A goes for $1,300. Kirby Star Stacker 9.6, sorry, A++. There's a lot of good Game Boy in here, Jesus. And there's still a lot of good Game Boy to go. This is like one of the best Game Boy blocks we've ever seen. Just for like how much there is. Is Kirby 2 rare? Kind of? Like, I think they only said there were 7 on the pop report, so, like, not many.
$1,600.
Secret info, if you don't buy to try and resell, you will save a ton of money. Not buying can actually make you money. Yeah, literally. That's the story of this market over the past 2 years. Kirby Star Stacker 9.6A Plus is the highest graded copy out of just 5. Pretty cool.
Next lot.
$1,920 for Star Stacker. 9.6 A++ back in the July signature for $3,600, July 2021. So price cut in half from the signature. From July 2021, sorry, the price cut in half basically. Krusty's Funhouse, 9.8 A+. Yeah, that's big brain, exactly, Mike. Big brain. Big brain moves right there. Man, I'll need to add the new Mizkif emotes to the we need the new Mizkif emotes into the YouTube emotes. We need our boy. We need our boy in here. This market needs Mizkif emotes. Krusty's Funhouse, 9.8 A+.
1,800.
Highest graded copy, of course. Doesn't say how many copies are on the pop report, though. Still, pushing over $2,000 here on Krusty's Funhouse.
$2,000.
You did, yes, you did warn me that there was a lot of Game Boy. You did. You definitely did.
Next lot.
Was that Ms. person on because they were consigning? No, Mizkif was just watching the market, essentially. Doing some React content because, you know, he owns graded games. He bought some recently, so some of the games that he owns, comparable copies were selling. So just doing some React content to the auction. 9.0 A on the Link's Awakening. We just saw the 9.6 A+ yesterday kind of pop off. Kind of did well yesterday, I'll be honest. Here's a 9.0 A. The siren is singing. Resist, CCT! You must resist! And getting crushed, yes. Yeah, it was fun content because, yeah, he was getting crushed. Exactly. So that's why he was streaming it. Nice little market update from Mizkif. Your 9.8 A+ Burning Rangers is tonight. Whew. That's going to be interesting. A big Saturn title. Where the hell is it? Is it tonight? Here's Genesis. Oh, there it is. 9.8 A+, currently sitting at $1,200. Nice item, man. Nice item.
$200.
The 9.0 A for $49.20. And here's a VGA 80, which I don't like. I don't know if this is sun bleached or if it's just like the exposure was turned up for the picture. It just looks very like white. Looks very white. The VGA 80, I don't know. It must just be the exposure turned up, but it looks so weird. Like, you know, this looks weird. But I assume if it was faded, they would have to say it's faded, right? If it was, you'd have to say it is. So the 9.0 A goes for $49.20, fighting against the VGA 80 here. It's the exposure? Okay. HA does that often? Yeah, that's what I thought, Supyo, that it has to be exposure.
Next lot. $700.
The 9.0 goes for $49.20. The 80 goes for $45.60. Very close in price. And realistically, very close in grade. The Lost World Jurassic Park, 9.6 A++. Highest graded copy. This copy is not yet on the pop report. It would raise the total pop to just 2 copies. Game Boy is fucking crazy. Like, it's just everything on Game Boy is low pop. That's the secret, Mike.
$50.
I can just say that Game Boy is low pop and look like a 5-head because every Game Boy is low pop. That's my secret, Mike. You just gotta be 2 steps ahead, man. I'm playing chess out here and you guys are all playing checkers. The Lost World pushing over $1,000 here.
$1,100.
Any early spoilers you can share from the signature React video? What do you mean by early spoilers on that, Mike? I feel like I've been saying my whole video for the last hour. With all the conversation we've had, I feel like I've already said my whole video. I think I spoiled the whole damn thing. People will just watch the VOD and not need to watch the video.
$1,400.
What's a 5-head? Someone who's smarter than everyone else. 5-head is like you're, yeah, Greg's got a smooth brain. Smooth brain in 3-head is bad. 5-head is good. But 5-head can also be used ironically. So, that's 5-head. The 9.68 plus
Fair
Lost
warning.
World goes for $1,560.
$1,100.
Blaring a World War II siren and flashing sale now on screen.
Fair warning.
Yes. 9.28 plus Dr. Wily's Revenge. This copy, not rare. There's 13 on the pop report. 5 are graded higher, but there's more of these floating around out there. There's a decent amount of Wily's Revenge, especially relative to other Game Boy titles. Very cool game though still. $1,440 for that. Metroid 2, 9.2A plus. Very cool. It's just cool that it's Metroid 2. It's just cool.
$1,300.
I'd believe you, except even without Game Boy, you're still always on the money with what's rare. Let's go. The Black Friday of signatures, seriously. And you know, it's funny, because we might go 3 months, and the comps might all be higher. Like, that is possible. It is fully fucking possible that in 3 months, a lot of this stuff comps higher than it does, and we look back on the November 2022 auction as some weird outlier. That's what makes this fun. That's what makes all of this fun.
Fair warning. $1,700. Fair warning.
Honestly, think all the toys and extra items I've bought from the last 2 years and how I have an extra 15K. You would have an extra 15K in the bank. Yep. The Metroid 2 here is pushing over $2,000. 9.2A, we might have a direct comp on this, actually. Wow, we only have a Canadian comp. And heavens knows, no one wants the Canadians. Get off my screen. What do we have, like a 9.0?
Fair warning.
9.0A plus back May 3rd, 2020 for $1,000. So, we're still crushing the 2020 9.0, I'll tell you that much. 9.4A plus 66, 9.68, the GBR, I don't know what that one is. We actually don't see Metroid 2 much. We don't have much to comp with Metroid 2. So 2160 gets you a 9.2A. There's really not much to comp there. Operation C is a 9.8A plus Ultra version early production. Second nicest copy of Operation C, so they did offer a 9.8A plus at some point.
$2,800.
And of course, Game Boy, it's Game Boy Contra. It's always going to sell well.
Fair warning.
You were going to try after the Metroid 2, but it went 600 over your max. Rip. Yeah, I figured you might be an Asuma. I figured you might go for it. I want to get a Metroid 2 at some point as well. If you sit on a lot of these toys in decent shape for long enough, you might have an extra 30K in the bank. See? There we go. That's the play. That's the play. That's how you play chess out here. It took many years for this first CGC graded comic to reach their initial graded price. Some still have not. I think I say that at every auction.
Next lot. $2,800.
You have a mint CIB Operation C? Very nice, Sean. I have a CIB copy myself. $4,000 for Operation C, 9.8A plus. We'll go ahead and open that one up too. I'm just curious. And here is the Punisher on Game Boy, 9.6A plus plus. $3,120. This is just cool. Like, really cool cover. It's really fucking cool. What's the pop count on this?
$1,200. $1,300.
Doesn't say. 9.6A plus plus at the July signature, sold for $4,560. So, down $1,400 from July 2021. Again, not terrible. Really cool game. And Operation C was the other one I was clicking on. 9.8A plus, $1,620 in December. This game fucking crushed today.
Next lot.
9.8A plus plus, $2,640. 4,000 today?
$400.
Why did Operation C just crush?
500. 600. 650.
Okay. All right.
700.
All right, Operation C. I see you. I see you. That's crazy. Jesus, what a sale. What a sale. Here's Roland's Curse. 9.6A plus. Rare game. Spot 5, by far the highest. I'm pretty sure this is even very expensive as a CIB. So, we'll see what Roland's Curse does. No, Frank Massa, I have not purchased anything yet this auction. I haven't even placed any bids yet, but N64 is right around the corner here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
$1,400. $1,000.
We'll see. We'll see. If prices, you know, we'll see. We'll see.
Fair warning.
Yeah, breaking. Speculators are flipping NES and buying Game Boy. Buy Game Boy now. Like, buy Game Boy now.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Roland's Curse closes at 1920. And here's Titus the Fox, which we have seen way too many fucking times for how rare this game is. It feels like we've seen 3 or 4 copies now in the past, like, 2 months. 9.6A plus. It's graded higher than either of the 2. Yeah, so there's literally 2 on the pop report. This is the 3rd we're seeing. And it feels like we've seen every single one of them in the past 2 months. Crazy.
Next lot.
we're gonna go from seeing Titus the Fox, like, you know, a decent amount to never seeing it again in our lives. That's what's gonna happen with Titus the Fox here.
$750. $850.
It's not even gonna show me the comps. Here's Turok Battle of the Binosaurs. Bionosaurs. That's probably how you pronounce it. 9.2A plus on this.
Fair warning.
5 total copies graded, second highest copy on the pop.
Next, 1,000.
While Nintendo power is going up, hope the Nintendo comics do the same. Have 2 Mario numbers once. Pump them, Greg. Let's go. The pump is in, JK. The pump is in. It was the first time they offered Titus. So what Titus am I thinking of? The Game Boy Color one? First time offering this. They've offered Titus, though. I know they have. Just 1 second.
Fair warning.
Once I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
Next lot. $420. $950.
What the fuck are these? Titus as Caesar. Get that away from me. WATA. I'm a nerd. I'm looking for video games. July 26, 2022. July 26, 9.48. Those are $900 bucks.
$1,300.
Is that the only time we've seen it? Maybe we've only seen one. Maybe I'm getting a little bit too excited, but we have seen one. I told you I'm not crazy. Titus is real. He is real. I told you. But we've seen it before. 1,320 for Turok Battle of the Bionosaurs.
$1,700.
Yeah, maybe there also was one on Golden or Certified, but like there is one on here as well. We did have a single Titus, so we've seen 2 of the 3 now. Like I said, we're gonna go years now without ever seeing Titus come up for open auction. It just won't happen.
$1,800.
Titus was a funny yet short. It got a TV show as well. That's insane.
Fair warning.
9.8A++ on this as well, if you're wondering why a player's choice is pumping. 9.8A++ on the Wario Land. $2,000.
$600.
Yoshi, 9.6A+.
Fair warning.
And here's Yoshi on Game Boy, 9.6A+. I don't think Yoshi's that expensive. Highest graded copy they've sold across both variants.
Fair warning.
It's the highest graded copy, though. That is pretty impressive on Yoshi.
Next lot. $340. $1,700.
This is a beast. Beast of a game. Bomberman Quest on Game Boy Color. We'll see what happens. Like, even as a CIB game on Game Boy Color, this is up there with, like, the tippy top. Up there with the tippy top of expensive Game Boy Color games.
$2,600.
So we'll see what this one does. The single copy on the WATA August 22, yeah, the single copy on the pop report was a 7.5A. 9.6A++.
$3,200. $3,400.
And we got a drink on tap. What did we get here? Lime watermelon. Yummy.
Fair warning.
Oh.
Next,
Bomberman Quest closing at 38.40. And here's Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, 9.6A++. weirdly, really fucking rare factory sealed. There's 5 of them on the pop report. The highest graded copy was an 8.5. Yeah, it's just weird. It's weird. I don't know if the price of $5,000 will hold on this. It seems insane, kind of. But oddly, really low factory sealed population on it.
Next lot.
That's one Bomberman game you're never gonna own, pretty much. That's pretty much. That and Bomberman 64, the second attack. It's actually kind of weird to consider that Bomberman has 2 extremely rare games. That's weird. Resident Evil Gaiden was a 9.8A++, bringing in 3120. We've never had a 9.8A++ before. The last peak on this was 1920 back in January 2022 for the 9.6A+. So it sold for 3120 today for the 9.8A++. It's definitely up, but I wouldn't like. It's hard to say. It's hard to say if it seems low or not. Like, kind of, but like, it still did outsell the 9.6 by a pretty good chunk. So like, here's Spawn 9.8A++. There's 7 graded copies. This is where Game Boy Color gets really weird, where I have no real idea if Spawn is rare. Game Boy Color is... I'm not good with Game Boy. Game Boy Color is even more niche. So, here's the VGA 85 Pokemon Yellow Game Boy. If you were filthy rich, you'd grab all of this Game Boy. Bomberman, yeah, Bomberman would have been a great Smash character, I agree. Yes, the price on Pokemon Puzzle is insane, I agree. Does that guidance seem lower? What kind of peaks at CIB? Compared to CIB, it seems... Yeah, no, CIB is, like, super expensive on Gaiden. It's weird. It's one of those ones for sure. Where CIB is very expensive. And then Sealed, like, doesn't really bring the heat. I'm pretty sure there's a decent amount of sealed copies out there on this game, JK. Spawn, 9.8A++, 2160. And the Pokemon Game Boy Color here goes for half the price, I believe, that the 90 Plus went for. Entering into N64.
$1,600.
201. Just gotta make a timestamp there. Starting off with 1080 Snowboarding, 9.4A+. Only 1 copy is graded higher. We've seen this sell for... I think we had this sell for big bucks. 9.6A++. Holy fuck. $9,600. But it still has to be the 7.5A for $3,120. 7.5A last sold for $1,320 though. Ugh. This one right now we're pushing over $2,000. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see where this one lands. The 7.5A got crushed. Jesus. This one selling for like $4,000 or so, I think would be pretty solid even. What did the 9.6 sell for? 96. Ah, 5,000 would be solid for this. 5,000 I would say is like very solid. 4,500 fine, 4,000, you know, it's, we'll see.
Fair warning. $3,600.
Yeah, people really care about 1080. I agree. People care. No, Simon. Still the same submission process with VGA.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Closes at $4,000. So, not bad. Not bad. $9,600, 9.6A++. We have nothing else to comp against. Like, so. $4,000 for the 9.4A+. Blast Corps, 9.4A++.
Fair warning. $750.
1080 and Wave Race are great. Yeah, people love 1080 and Wave Race. Both games get a lot of respect.
Fair warning.
And yeah, they both are good games. I've played Wave Race a bit. I don't think I've ever had the chance to sit down and play 1080.
4,800.
This is a pop-off. 9.8A++, Legacy of Darkness. We'll see what this does. Sitting at 5,500-ish right now.
Fair warning.
Is it gonna get into a bidding war?
$5,500.
This is a it's a Konami box. This is a Konami white box. The box is like a cheap white cardstock. Getting a nice CIB of this is really fucking hard. And I had the pleasure or displeasure of growing up playing this game. I shouldn't have owned this game as a kid. It was too scary and hard. Scary and hard. It was hard how scary it was. No, the other one. It was scary how hard it was.
Fair warning.
This game is so rare that I wouldn't sell it. Yeah, I have to assume we're not going to see another 9.88++. I really have to assume we're not going to see that again. I would love to see the VGA pop report and see if there are any 95s. 10 total graded. Like, Legacy of Darkness is just, it's a beast. Gary NNS, your whole life is a bit of a lie, yes. 7,800 for the Legacy of Darkness. Crazy. Any interest in Genesis Bloodlines? Yeah, that's a great game. That's a great one, Last of the Jedi. If you have a cardboard Bloodlines, that's a big game. Or if you have a clamshell Bloodlines, I mean, big game. Cruising the World, 9.2A. I was surprised to see this in the signature, but it's one of only 9 copies graded, and there are only 2 higher. So, like, I guess it is a signature type N64 game, but yeah, I was surprised to see that it's so low on the pop report.
Fair warning.
Yeah, that was yours, Mtastic, the Castlevania. Yeah, that's nuts. That's a nutty one. You know? It's funny, right? You sell the Zelda 2, and you get like $4,000, and then the Castlevania game frickin' doubles it at $7,800. It's kind of funny.
3,200.
Cruising the World, $1,800 there, into a 9.8A++ GoldenEye Player's Choice.
$3,400.
You'll never forget going to Toys R Us and seeing it on a kiosk. Blew your mind. The Mario 64 kiosk is your single most nostalgic video game moment. Wow. That's cool. That's really cool. Warning. Or do you mean Wave Race on kiosk? Yeah, you must mean Wave Race on the kiosk. I saw your previous message.
$700.
The GoldenEye Player's Choice, 9.88++. There should be a direct comp on this, I think. Errata. Oh, they just did a change there.
Fair warning.
I only know the word errata from trading card games. 9.88++ last sold for $6,600. Down $2,800. Almost 50% cut there. Kobe Bryant, NBA courtside, is dead. I don't know what else to say. The pump is gone. $900, 9.2A. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, 9.6A+. Beautiful copy of Majora's.
Next lot.
And you can get yourself that for $3,000.
$2,200.
Wow. Here's Mario Party. Everyone yesterday thought that the 9.2, 9.6 yesterday. Everyone thought that was a great price as well for $6,600. How will the 8.0A+ do?
2,000.
Yes, you meant wave. Yeah, okay. There we go. It's amazing. It's hard to convey how amazing the change in graphics was.
$800.
That's super cool. Here goes the Mario Party. We're sitting at 3,200-ish.
Fair warning.
Yesterday's copy sold for $66, I think.
Next lot. $900.
You won Ocarina last night and won Majora's tonight. Petty, that's crazy, dude. For $12,000, I think you spent total? About $12,000? You got yourself a 9.6A++ Ocarina and a 9.6A+ Majora's. What a world, dude. What a world. Mario Party 2, 9.4A+.
$1,600.
You kept a few for yourself, including Ocarina Collector's Edition for nostalgia? That's awesome. That's an awesome one to hold on to.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Shard, did you grabbed the Mario Party for $3,000? There we go, dude. Yeah, so you bought this copy for $3,000, and I grabbed the copy off of eBay, actually. Before this auction started, I did buy the copy off eBay. It was a 7.5A+. I grabbed that copy for $1,800. So you grabbed a Mario Party. I was able to get a Mario Party. We frickin' did it, dude. We frickin' did it. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. You were spot on? Sometimes. Sometimes I have good calls. Only talk about my good calls. Don't talk about my bad ones. Mario Party 2 goes for $1,800 there for 9.4A+. This will be the next one I pick up with how the price is trending there. Mario Tennis, 7.5A+ for $1,000. Mystical Ninja Goemon, because you guys are bitches, 8.5A+.
$1,000.
You're playing the fuck out of it tonight. Let's go. 8.5A plus. Again, this is a Konami box. I talked about it with Legacy of Darkness. This one as well. It's a white cardstock, very hard to get in high condition. $1,140 for Goman. Pilot Wings, 9.8A plus. Very nice. Second highest graded copy out of 19 total. You guys should get together and have a Mario Party. Man, I'm a beast at Mario Party 1, Chokeslam. That might be the N64 game that I have the most hours logged. Mario Party 1. What a freaking game. Like, chance time isn't random. Chance time is... everything is... You can win chance time every fucking time in Mario Party 1. there's no RNG in that game. Pilot Wings here is pushing up to 3,000.
Fair warning.
The Mario Tennis 7.5A plus seems a bit low at $1,000 bucks. I don't know if we've seen a low grade copy before. Well, no, we haven't. I guess it just seems low because these copies sold for 15 and 66 respectively. 9.2A plus copies. My God. Pilot Wings is still pushing here. Like, if we're gapping that big, you know what I mean? Like, again, like talking about levels of where you can compete, it's like, well, shit, the 7.5A plus for $1,000 bucks. Or you go all the way up to 9.2 and you have to like 6x the price. Oh my God.
$600.
There we go. That guy knows. That guy knows Greg in Mario Party. You bet you get dunked. Except frickin' Justin right now holds the win. Is on a win pace. Pokemon Puzzle League 9.4A plus. This might be the highest graded one. Tied with one other copy for highest graded. Yep, 21 total. I was going to say. Pokemon Puzzle League, another game that's really hard to get in high grade. 9.4A plus on this one. Pilot Wings closes at 3,600 for the 9.8A plus. I think that's soft. I think that's soft based on comps. No, never mind. We've never... July 2022, 4,300 for the 9.6A plus plus. Yeah, I guess it's down, but not, like, crashed.
$1,900.
Pokemon Puzzle League is still pushing here.
Fair warning.
Cardboard Bloodlines hurts quite a bit, Last of the Jedi. Bloodlines is a really big game in the clamshell, the plastic case. In the cardboard, it's pretty available. Quest 64, 9.8A plus plus. And it's their first time offering Quest 64, which again, feels crazy. 9.8A plus plus, 6 copies on the pop report. We'll see. We'll see.
$1,800. Fair warning.
It's always just fun seeing 9.8A plus plus on N64. Like, even if it's, yeah, Quest 64, a notoriously pretty bad game, it's like, that's cool to see it in perfect condition.
Fair warning. Next lot.
$2,280 for Quest 64. I don't even know. There's no comps, I guess. I don't know. Quest 64 is a low-key title. Craig, you took it down. There we go. How do you feel about it, dude? Like, it's a pretty low-key title, Quest 64. So, $2,200, like, it went to a good home with you, Craig, I'm sure. Silicon Valley, sitting low. First time offering Silicon Valley as well here. 9.2, tied with the highest graded, I was gonna say. And if you know CIB N64, even factory sealed, like Silicon Valley, not easy. I rented this game as a kid. I had no fucking clue what was going on. Like, I rented it and had no clue what I was supposed to do. Weird game. Very weird game. Going into the personal collection, horrible game but nostalgic. Good shit, Craig. Very cool. Wonder if one of you guys are going to win the Silicon Valley as well. $1,320 for it. I feel like that just doesn't feel bad. Doesn't feel bad for what it is. Tough one on the N64. Star Fox 64, 9.2A. Player's Choice Box, which is a standard size box. So the standard print of Star Fox 64 only came in the oversized box with the Rumble Pack. But if you buy the Player's Choice version, you get a standard size box. That's fun. That's kind of fun and quirky. And as you are seeing, the bidding is kind of high. Kind of high.
Fair warning.
9 players' choice copies. There are no early production copies on the pop report, which is essentially a huge misnomer. They don't grade early production copies. So saying there are no early production copies, no shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really information. They can't grade it. Whoever wrote that there seems like a bit of an oversight.
$800. $850.
But still, for a player's choice game here, 9.2A, not that good. It seems high. I agree, JK. Seems a little high for a 9.2. We're pushing over $1,000 here. Pushing over $1,000 for player's choice Star Fox 64.
Fair warning.
This is gonna rival the price of frickin' Mystical Ninja Goemon. That's wild.
1,000.
Yeah, 120 bucks off the price of Goemon. Almost sold for as much as Mario Tennis over here. Crazy. That's crazy. Seems higher. Seems high of a price on the player's choice Star Fox. Here's Mario 64 player's choice, 9.48++. You don't think the big box version was even sealed? At least that's how I remember it when I bought Lila Wars. The big box of Star Fox in North America was sealed. The big box of Pokemon Stadium was not. I don't think the big box of Hey You Pikachu was either. Stadium and Hey You Pikachu have stickers. Star Fox got an H-seam, I believe. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Benizio! Benizio?
Fair warning.
You're going for the Star Fox. I think you'll have another shot at it, man. I think you'll have another shot on that one, Ben. $1,000 for that? It feels pricey. I think you'll have a better shot. New, by the way. Yes, I do know that as well. Good to see you in here, man. The player's choice 9.48++, 3120 on Mario 64 into a 9.2A+. Yeah, Monty, I wonder if they are going to make the new cases specifically to have those 3 N64 games. I think Hey You Pikachu Stadium and Star Fox are all the same. I think they are. But I wonder if they're going to, yeah, allow it in. 8.0A, puncture in the top of the box. But with what the 9.4A++ did yesterday, like Smash Bros. Again, right? This is a game that, fuck, 6 to 12 months ago, this game felt impossible for someone like me to purchase. Well, the price had just gone ballistic. Getting back into a realistic range. Getting into a range here where, like, you know, this is not cheap, but, like, I might be able to get myself a Smash Bros. At some point. Crazy. Crazy how much has changed in, like, 6 months. Never mind going, like, a year in some. It's crazy what's changed in 6 months.
$1,800.
You've been outbid.
$1,900.
Maybe?
$2,000.
No.
You've been outbid.
No dice. No dice! No frickin' dice! Bastards. I was really hoping this would go for around $2,000.
Fair warning.
Super fucking cool. Just super cool. Super, super cool. And 95 condition on this, like, it's just like, ah, that's so cool.
$2,800.
Finding the tray inserts. Yes, yes, Lee. Getting the tray inserts if you don't own them is impossible. My Pokemon Stadium doesn't have the insert. I literally have to buy another copy if I want that insert. It's so dumb. You were gonna try for the Smash Bros. Till you said I had the puncture on the top. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff. Glad I could help you out there, Monty. You know, if it has a puncture on the top, you have to assume that's like the only piece of wear on it. This controller's also pushing up to 4,000, so I feel good.
Fair warning.
I was out at like 2,000, so I mean, I was never in the running anyway.
$3,400.
Oh, should I place a couple spite bids? Fuck you guys. Just kidding, just kidding. Too scary. You remember that copy of the NES Remix Pack for the Wii you graded by WATA that outbid you on a few weeks? Your dad says it. Your dad saw it when he came over, and now he wants it. That's hilarious, dude. And your dad isn't a gamer at all.
$3,600.
Craig, how high did you go on it? This controller is really fucking cool. Like, 95 on this controller is a beast. I submitted one of these probably 2016, and it got, I got a VGA 85 on it.
$420.
Had it turned out to be a VGA 85 Plus, I would have kept it, but I did sell it at the time, and I mean, I regret it still. I wish I owned it. But I just simply can't afford that at what price it ended at today, unfortunately. Super, super cool item, but 3K is the max you wanted? Yeah, I wanted it for like 23. I wanted it for 2K. Here's Mario, TTYD, 9.6A plus on this beauty. Another game I need to get eventually, but...
Fair warning.
I'll get it eventually.
$700.
Oh. Yup, it is, Chokeslam. Paper Mario Black Label is not easy. I agree with you 100%. 100%, man. And that's why we see it pushing almost $900 here on the 9.6A plus.
Fair warning. $800.
Yeah, I wonder who got that controller. I wonder if, like, Joan bought it maybe as an upgrade. I know he has high-grade N64 controllers. Like, I wonder who it went to. That's such a cool controller. 4,000, man, but... such a piss-off. Why can't I just buy things? Why do other collectors have to ruin my fucking market?
Next lot. 1,000.
All these speculators and resellers, they make it impossible for me. Pokemon Box, 9.4A++. We saw, what, 9.6A++ go absolutely crazy? What grade was it? I can't even remember now. What? Don't take me there. 9.4A, no. We had a bigger sale. 9.6A+, 15,000. Here's 9.4A++, which, honest to God, if you were to take both these copies and send them to VGA, this is probably the nicer copy. So, like, 9.6A+ versus 9.4A++ on a thing? DVD case? And you're gonna tell me the difference in price is $12,000? A $12,000 difference in price? Anyways, that's wild. That's crazy to see. Doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. That's crazy. This price is honestly kind of low, I will say. Doesn't a CIB copy of this cost like 15 to 2,000? Like this price is low as hell, no? 3120 to get a 9.4A++? I'm sure the complete in box copy is like half the price of this. Did no one show up for that one? That's crazy. I should have bought that one. It's crazy. Sega starts now.
$550. 1,000.
Yes, a fantastic reminder, Medium Dog, that you should join the Discord. If you go into the description of the video, you can actually find a link for the Discord, and crazy enough, in the description of the video, you can also find the 2023 schedule of Showcase and Signature auctions. There's a download link right here if you want to check it out on Google Drive. Just paste it in the chat right there. You can see everything coming up for 2023. It's going to be a super exciting year for video game sales and auctions. And of course, Heritage is always accepting quality consignments for the weekly auctions, you guys. If you have any questions at all about the consignment process, you can reach out videogames@ha.com, and there's a link in the description of the video for free appraisals on your stuff. Doesn't matter if it's raw or if it's graded. If you have raw sealed games, Heritage can help you with the process to turn them into graded games. And then you can put them up for auction, so they can take care of the whole thing for you. Heritage Auctions, thank you for sponsoring. Thank you guys for being here again for day 2. Hit the like button, get comfy. We have a little bit more auction to go here, about 30 games to go. We're into Sega. We still have PS1 to go after that.
$500.
Whew. Power Strike, 9.8A+. Only available through mail order, and later saw very limited retail distribution. Yeah, 9.8A+ Power Strike is nuts. No, we don't have Master System population reports, Big Box, which is pretty weird. 915 Nintendo here, you bought the Pokemon box. Yeah, dude, Swap Daddy, what do you think of it? What do you think of that price on it? Like, that seems very low. 15,000 seems way too fucking high, but like 33,000 seems too low. Yeah, Mark Ray. These are coming from Plattsburgh again. Thank you for pointing that out as well. The Alex Kidd and the Lost Stars for 1300. Double Dragon was 9.6A for 2160. Power Strike closed at 9600, which I'm pretty sure the other Power Strike was also Plattsburgh. I'm pretty sure we saw one not too long ago. Or am I crazy? I thought we saw Power Strike at the Sega showcase, maybe.
$2,200.
Sega Shinobi 9.6A plus from Plattsburgh again. Extremely low. CIB, that's what I thought. CIB copy is almost 1.5K. And the A++ on game, that's what I also said, dude.
Fair warning.
If you were to take like 9.4A++, 9.6A+, and send them both to VGA, that 9.4A++ is better. It just is. So if you're talking VGA scale, you know, you're like that. Oh man, that's crazy. It's crazy. Good pickup, dude. I don't think you'll see one cheaper, maybe ever. Or it'll be a while.
$750.
No, that one is picked out of a big box. Big box is the only way it released.
$800.
Shinobi 9.6A plus goes for $38.40.
$950.
Whew. For Master System, that's big. 9.6A from the Plattsburgh again, sold at the Sega auction October 13th for $1,800. This one just doubled it, 9.6A plus. Jesus. Here's Ys, The Vanished Omens, 9.6A plus.
Fair warning. 1,100.
Oh, Pokemon boxes. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, JK, Pokemon box is purely a collector's item. I know it has practical purpose, but like, as far as I'm concerned, that's a collector's chase item at this point.
$1,200.
The top of the seal on that hard drive-in can be that way and still get A++.
Next lot. 220.
This is natural. This should be a tube seam, right?
300, 400, 400, 5, 600.
Does it say anymore? This should be a tube seam seal. Like, this should be natural, just how the seal wears to the box. Yeah, it's a tube seam. So that kind of dipping on there is like natural. Like, it's not damaged, so to speak. Like, it's I don't know. It's weird how you want to rate it. Like, I guess you could say it's kind of ugly from the factory, but like, it's how it is. East goes for 1,320 into columns, 9.6A plus. We've been seeing columns a lot lately, which is kind of crazy. Just 3 copies of this original release on the August Pop Report. And this is the highest graded copy of columns. And yeah, columns is the same, exactly. The tube seams just have this natural, like, dip overlap look here. That's just what they do. Just how tube seams wear. It's really nice because if you see that type of shit, like, it's really hard to replicate. Like, Genesis seals like that are hard to replicate, so it's nice. You could have bought a Pokemon box late 2020 and super passed. I was able to get a CIB around like 2016, so I'm happy. I have a big box version. I'm happy.
$600.
But man, oh man, seeing the 9.4A++ there, like, I'm kind of jealous. I'll be honest. We've seen all 3 columns in the past month. That doesn't even make sense. That literally doesn't even make sense, Chokeslam. That's crazy that we saw all 3.
$550.
Here's Granada. A low-key title if you're not into Sega Genesis, but if you are into Sega Genesis, renovation title, highest graded copy on the Pop Report, only 2 total. It's a good title. Good title for Sega Genesis collectors. The highest graded copy of columns. I can't even see the other ones.
$1,700.
I was gonna say, because we've seen them, so I wanted to see the other copies, but columns is pushing to 2,000 here.
1,000.
Yeah, Mijitsu, I grew up playing columns on the Sega 6-pack. That's why I have a strong attachment to columns. I grew up playing it quite a bit, honestly. We barely had any games for Sega Genesis, so like, we always had the Sega 6-pack into the console.
$2,400.
I think we only had like probably 5 other games. Didn't have many Genesis games at all growing up.
$600.
And like I said with Granada here, we're pushing into $3,000. Yes, the Burning Rangers is almost here, man. We're almost here. About 10 games away, give or take.
$160.
You played Columns a lot on Game Gear. That's awesome.
$280.
$28.80 on Granada. Yeah, big sale. Big sale there.
$300.
You took down Granada? Yeah. I figured you were going to be going for it, Chokeslam. I figured. I'm always baffled, man. Like, you're going for that Granada, right? It's like, who the hell is the other person who wants to spend $3,000 on it? You know what I mean? It's crazy that you have, like, a bidding competition out there. Here's hard drive and 9.68++. Highest graded copy of the original clamshell release.
$380.
Yeah, it's crazy that some of these like lower key games still have a lot of competition. Yeah, there are a lot of hardcore Genesis collectors. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. It's crazy. I'm always sleeping on it. Like, I always think there's going to be something that falls through the cracks.
$400.
And it doesn't. Boom shakalaka, baby. Here's NBA Jam, 9.48+.
Fair warning.
What do we have yesterday? 9.68++?
Next lot.
9.4A last sold for $1,400. 9.4A+ back in April went for $72 for 9.4A+. Holy smokes! Today it just went for like $2,000, didn't it? Yeah, 26.
Fair
Jesus.
warning.
Here's Philios, 9.8A+.
2,800.
I think we saw. There's only 3 copies on the Pop Report. I'm pretty sure we just saw a copy of this sell again at the Sega Showcase auction.
Warning.
I'm pretty sure we just saw this a couple months ago. I think I mentioned it. But 9.8A+, only 3 copies total, 3,120 there. Chokeslam, did you win the last time Philios came up? Did you go for this copy? Here's Shadow Dancer, 9.68++. The Secret of Shinobi.
$2,600.
Also, expensive game. This also popped off, I think, at the Sega Showcase. But for some reason, I can't get comps on any of this shit. But I'm pretty sure we had Shadow Dancer sell pretty damn strong last time it came up as well.
3,200.
You love that speculators with deep pockets coming into this hobby recently helps people that were collecting earlier. You bet Rare Bucky has been raking it in the past couple of years? Yeah, Rare Bucky has been, dude.
3,000.
Rare Bucky has absolutely been raking it in the past couple of years.
$4,000.
You bought a Philios last year privately.
$200.
Shadow Dancer here, we're pushing up to $5,000. Yeah, comps are getting wrecked, man. That's the story of this heritage. This signature. Comps just getting... Shadow Dancer was low, really? For some reason, I thought Shadow Dancer was in the multiple thousands. Well, anyways, we're pushing up to 5,500 here.
Fair warning.
Rare Bucky also sold a lot of cheap stuff in 2019, which other people raked in on. That's good, that's good. Good to hear him spreading around the wealth. Good guy, Rare Bucky, spreading around the wealth.
Fair warning.
What's the comp on Shadow Dancer, JK, if you have it open? I'm sure it was the Sega Showcase that we had one. We're looking at 7,200 if another bid comes in. Man.
Fair warning.
This is, like, slowly became one of the biggest Genesis sales, like, that exists. 1,600 is big. Big, big, big. 9.4A+ on the PAL Sonic here, showing up again for the Mega Drive. Yesterday we had the 9.8 copy. There have been 6 of these the past 5 months or so, but all from the same person. Of the Sonic PAL or of Shadow Dancer? Shadow Dancer or Sonic PAL? Under 1,400, 9.4 and 9.6? Jesus.
Fair warning.
Shadow Dancer. Crazy. Crazy. That's crazy. Crazy that so many came out, and crazy that it's still like $6,600 for the big one. 9.48 plus Sonic going for 4,200 there on Mega Drive. Into Strider 9.68 plus. Plattsburgh Collection, baby.
$1,100.
Yo, Yu-Gi-Preneur, welcome back, my man. We are 23 away from the finish line here. We're going to be entering into PlayStation right away to close things off. So hopefully everyone who walked away comes back to the PlayStation lot at the very end of the auction again.
Fair warning. $1,000, $1,008, $1,900, $2,000, $2,200.
Shadow Dancer makes no sense. You passed on the first one. Lame as it's one of your faves. Dang. That always hurts.
Fair warning.
That always hurts when it's one that you genuinely want to get. The 9.68 plus Strider here, we're almost pushing 3,000. 5 copies on the Pop Report. I guess they're all around this grade. It's not telling me how many are higher or anything, so I have to assume that there are 9.8 copies. And other 9.6s, honestly. But still, we're pushing into 3,000. The Plattsburgh Collection, that's such an annoying special designation.
Next lot.
Just call it the Pittsburgh Collection. Wave your terrible towel for Pittsburgh Collection. Strider goes for 28.80 into Thunder Force 3, 9.68 plus. Big one. 3 copies, and this is probably the highest? Ah, must not be. 9.68 plus, Thunder Force 3. Even expensive as a CIB game.
Fair warning.
Yo, Sky Blue Rob, welcome.
$900.
Genesis seems to be doing better than I remember. Yeah, Genesis is showing very strong at this signature. Well, I can't say that. I can't say that. I already checked some comps, and like some games were down, but yeah, Genesis overall feels like it's doing pretty solid.
Fair warning.
But yeah, some of the comps are definitely still bleeding on Genesis, make no mistake, but they also aren't doing bad. The thing with Genesis, though, is overall, we simply don't have many comps. So it's even hard to be like, oh, it's doing good or doing bad. They just, like, barely come up. Thunder Force 3 sells for $28.80. Here's Turrican in one of the Accolade boxes. Yes, Genesis Accolade, 9.8A plus. Accolade used, like, unique retail packaging for their games. So, and the art is done by Boris Vallejo, which is also cool. Also cool for people who care about art stuff. You were hoping for a Super Street Fighter 2 champ comp? Yeah, there just aren't comps on anything. Like, Genesis is just so hard to get comps for. People are just kind of bidden blind out there. The Turrican closes for $1,050. Zombies Ate My Neighbors 9.6 B plus. I assume Turrican has no.
$340.
Only 2 copies. Their third time offering it though. There are only 2 copies on the Pop Report, and this is our third time offering it. That's weird. Last sold January 2022 for $1,200. Turrican isn't even down in price. Holding strong on Turrican. There must be a typo in there somewhere, or I'm an idiot not reading it right, but Zombies Ate My Neighbors 9.6 B plus for $504 into a Sega Game Gear console. VJ85 on this one. This is the core system. Then you go into the Sonic 2 with Sonic 2 mid-production. So I guess the core system version is earlier. That one was an 85. This one is an 85 plus though. First time they've had this variant. Genesis did real well? Yeah. Yeah. That's how it feels. It feels like most Genesis did pretty freaking solid there.
Fair warning.
The Plattsburgh Collection, oh man, it was big. That was fucking big. The Plattsburgh brought out a lot of big stuff. Here's Burning Rangers, the 9.8A plus. Big game. Curious to see if this one gets a bidding war.
$3,000.
What is it? There's 3 titles graded. It's the only 9.8. Yeah. Curious to see where this one goes. If 2 people want it, I don't even know where it might go. Cool game on Saturn. And just like expensive even as a CIB.
Fair warning.
$4 grand?
Next lot.
Just under $4,000 for Burning Rangers. $39.60. Has Heritage offered it before? In any? Oh, they have. 9.6 A++ back at the July 2021 signature for $52.80, hey? That's crazy. And the 9.8 A+, still brought $4,000 today. Not too shabby.
$550.
This is a real Neo Geo? Neo Geo Gold system. Wow. That's cool.
Fair warning.
I've never seen, handled, played Neo Geo stuff. Oh, Wooden 3 offered. Just imply one has been through the auction multiple times.
$600.
I knew there was a secret somewhere, Lee. You're probably right there. You're probably right. Yeah, one probably came up for auction multiple times. See, man, it was just a riddle with an answer. I told you it might be that I'm an idiot. Yeah, I've never played, seen, Neo Geo stuff didn't ever exist in my life. And even locally, Neo Geo stuff does not exist. In general, Neo Geo stuff does not exist. Probably the hardest console if you just want to go out and collect for it.
Fair $750.
TurboGrafx is very freaking hard to collect for as well. Stuff just doesn't exist locally ever. Neo Geo, man, just doesn't exist. 3DO, these weird consoles, they're just hard to collect for. Which is unfortunate because there's probably a lot of cool stuff on Neo Geo. But I'll probably never experience it to any degree.
Fair warning.
Entering into PS1 to close things out here. Brigandine, The Legend of Frosinone. 9.4 A+. $2,000. Chrono Cross, 9.8 A+. If you've been to a barcade, you'll find an MVS arcade cabinet somewhere.
1,300.
I basically haven't been to a barcade. We don't have these here, unfortunately. Yo was one in AES. He bought an MVS years back. I was one of the consoles since I was a kid. Wasn't here either. Yeah, that sucks. It sucks. It'd be cool if Neo Geo was just more around. Chrono Cross 9.8 A+. 1,400. 9.8 A+. Last went for 3,120 at the August signature. That's like a fucking, that's like 60% down since August. Driver 9.6A. It's just crazy. It's crazy how many you know what I mean? I don't try to cherry pick games. Don't think that I'm let's see if we can find lower comps. I'm just clicking on shit I'm interested in, and 85% of it comps lower. It's crazy. Final Fantasy 8 though will not comp lower because it's a Grail. Grail games always do good, right? The GOAT to Final Fantasy has to stay doing strong, so it did not. Look like it did not.
$750.
Just sold for $1,680.
$850.
The last time we saw it with a promo punch, no less. 4,440, October 31st.
Fair warning. $950. 1,100. 1,003. 1,500.
I'm just looking for a 9.8 A+ play. Yeah, 4,440, October 2021. With a promo punch. The last time we saw a straight one was August 2021 for $7,200.
$2,200.
It just doesn't matter what you had. You know, if you were doing any kind of buying from 2021, even early 2022 now, probably getting punched in the fucking nuts on something. Except for Gex. Gex 9.8, 9.6A. 2,520. Final Fantasy. I can afford one. I need to pick myself up a Grail.
$3,600.
That's cool. 9.6A of Gex there for 2,520 into Lunar 2. Whoa! First time offering Lunar 2. It's a VGA 90. We're pushing $4,000. Wow.
Next lot.
That's impressive.
$1,100.
$4,000 for Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. VGA 90.
$2,200.
Metal Gear Solid 9.8 A+. You think we confirmed that Sega is the new investor hotspot? Bye. Yes, everyone pivot to Genesis.
$400.
Genesis and Master System, well, you still can. Yeah, has Game Gear popped off yet? Let's all pivot to Game Gear.
Next lot.
Metal Gear Solid has kind of already been beaten up. 2640 there. Here's Tron Bonne, 9.4A+. It's crazy that this game is already stalling out around $1,000. That's crazy that Tron Bonne is $1,000. I feel like this game never popped that hard though. Used to be 1,800. There, that's what I was gonna say. Tron Bonne never took off much. November 22nd, 2020, 1,800. It was already going down in price then from January 29, 2022 to 1,680. Now you can get it for $1,000. Man, oh man, it's crazy. Used to be such a PS1 grail. Used to literally be like the tippy top of PS1. The 8.0A in June went for $840. Now the 9.4A Plus went for just a bit more. It's crazy. Tron Bonne. What the fuck? That scroll though. Oh my god. 9.8A Plus on Blitz. We're pushing into $10,000 right away. Single highest graded copy.
Fair warning. $8,500.
Wow. Yeah, Tron Bonne just did not carry over. It just did not. It's crazy. You won the Lunar Medium Dog. Let's go, dude. Congrats. Fucking Blitz.
Next lot.
Blitz. $9,600. What? Like, as I'm sitting there bemoaning the price of Tron Bonne, Blitz sells for 10 times as much. Alright. Resident Evil 7.0A on the jewel case for $7,200. Here's Spyro 9.4A with the sweepstakes. We had a 9.6A yesterday do what, 3,000 or so? I think.
$650.
What did the Spyro yesterday? 9.4A just went for 2,000. 9.4A used to go for 8,700, so it's literally 25% of the price of the high. 9.6A sold for almost twice as much yesterday.
Fair warning. $750.
Starblade Alpha, 9.6A plus rigid long box. Pivot to Jaguar. Game Gear, there isn't enough to buy? Yeah, no kidding. When is the Virtual Boy? I think there is one virtual. No, there isn't. It was somewhere. I thought it was at this. There's a Wario Land somewhere. Maybe it was at one of the other auction houses. There was a little bit of,
Next lot.
Yeah, seriously, Popular just called Rarity and said, shut the fuck up. No kidding. Crazy, man. Crazy. There's one very happy Blitz seller out there. I agree. You're out. See you on the Discord. Take care, dude. We only got 4 more games to go here. Starblade Alpha ends at 960 into Tail Concerto, 9.8A++ released by Atlas.
Fair warning.
You think you still have a couple of Blitz sealed? Get that shit out immediately. Get those out immediately, KCUF, if that's the case. Oh, Jesus, dude. Crazy. Tail Concerto ends at 1,020. Here's Tomba, 9.8A++. Another game that didn't really translate over. Sitting under $1,000 here for the 9.8A++.
Next lot.
$900 now get you the 9.8A++. Here's Yu-Gi-Oh! At the dead ass end of the auction, and I was hoping I was gonna steal this for literally nothing. And what? What? People actually stayed for the whole fucking auction just to bid on Yu-Gi-Oh! Really? Really? With a fucking UPC punch? I can't even win Yu-Gi-Oh! Cheap?
Fair warning.
Really? Really? Come on. Come on. I feel absolutely robbed on that Yu-Gi-Oh! I waited 2 hours and 48 minutes to try and win this low. Yeah, feels bad, man, exactly.
Fair warning.
Here's the PS2 console 85 plus.
Next lot.
Closes for just under 4,000. I don't know how much you'd get one for, but like 9.8A plus with a UPC punch, I mean, I didn't expect it to pop over $1,000. You know what I mean? It just, like, Forbidden Memory is obviously a pretty popular game, but like, over $1,000 with UPC punch? Like $1,300. This makes it, like, very expensive. This outsold Tron Bonne. Tron Bonne! I'm like the only person who gives a shit about Tron Bonne anymore. It outsold Tron Bonne! So, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I really thought I was going to be able to get the Yu-Gi-Oh! I really, really did. What an auction. What a day. What a day. I don't know if the market... Blitz was the first to market on 9.8 for sure. It was the only 9.8A plus. Yeah, I don't know, man. Feels like stars aligned on that Blitz. And I can't separate it into Session 2 only. So everything is going to be Session 1 prices. I don't even remember what the highest price was from Session 2. That Blitz at 10K was up there. Like, that was genuinely one of the highest Session 2 items. The Mario Bros 9.4, yeah, that was a big one at 20,000. The Mario Bros 9.4A plus. Mario Bros 2, sorry. That was a big one from Session 2 today. But otherwise, I don't think there was much else. There weren't a whole lot of games that broke the $10,000 threshold on day 2 here, but Session 3, day 2, yeah. Crazy. Crazy, 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 man. Crazy, dudes. Power Strike, right. Power Strike was another big one. That's right. That was like right at what, the 9,600 mark? 88? There it is. 96, yes. Power Strike was a big one. Yeah, there's Blitz, 96, right underneath Power Strike. Yeah, those were like the biggest ones of day 3. Big games, big games. The Mario Kart 9.0A plus for 8,400 there. The Legacy of Darkness 9.8A plus 7,800. Wow. Wow. You have a PS1 NFL Blitz and a blister pack with the Blitz t-shirt. Maybe it's time to send off to VGA at those prices. Yeah, seriously, dude. No doubt. Might be time to just fucking take that game away from the t-shirt. It's kind of stupid when you see the one sell for $10,000. Like, I assume that it would sell for more outside of the blister pack, to be completely honest. Feels like the most flops in a signature. Yeah, this was a bloodbath for a lot of people. This one was a bloodbath for a lot of people. A lot of people holding games or who bought in 2022 early. Yeah. 2020, if you bought 2020, you're not doing terrible. You know, some of this stuff is comping against 2020 right now as we were going through. 2020, you're still not doing terrible. But 2021, early 2022, not doing great. You might do good then, Al. You might do good. It's hard to say. It's always hard to say with blister packs. How much desirability there is versus just, like, having the game itself in mint condition. But yeah, that's exactly Odin. The bundles and blisters, they're off standard. Like, it almost appeals to a different kind of collector or speculator versus just having the standard game. You bet there's a weekly on Tuesday, Mike. You bet there is. Oh, you meant on taking it out and sending it in? Very mint. No, yeah, okay, gotcha, Al. Gotcha, Al. On that note, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Great time. We just talk about all this shit, but all the time. Here's a link for the Discord. If you're not in there already, I'll just put it in the chat for you guys. Makes it easier. In the description of the video, you can see everything coming up for the year 2023, as well as the end of 2022, as well as every single week on Tuesdays, Heritage is accepting consignments. If you have anything you want to reach out, ask about, get referrals, get appraisals, There's the link for you guys. You can always find it in the description. Videogames@ha.com. If you have any other questions regarding the consignment process, regarding any of the upcoming auctions, you can talk to them about them, see what you think, see what they have to say. They'll help you out if you have some stuff you want to consign. Well, on that note, I will see you guys on Tuesday. I will see you guys in the Discord. Goodbye. Have a great night. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.